Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of It's a Progressive World, a lighthearted show about everything and nothing. As always, you can find timestamps down below, and please like and subscribe. Alrighty, Sam. What do we have lined up for today? I think either I'm forcing you to drag on the same topics for weeks or months on end, or it's kind of been, the same stories, and I feel like we've been covering the same things for like 6 weeks now. But so is everyone.
That's true. No, I think we have somewhat intentionally are not trying to, cover every nook and cranny of like political news everywhere. But we do have couple of I think we have couple of new
Things.
stories, sort of new, not completely new, but there is, we're going to talk about a couple of somebody who returned to politics in the UK, so that's going to be new. But before that, we're going to talk about, obviously, we're going to talk about the big news, which is Israelis discovering so many evidence of Hamas presence everywhere. It's just Hamas is everywhere, guys. They just you can't basically swing a cat without hitting a Hamas member. It seems, except in Shafa Hospital or anywhere that Israelis are looking. So we're going to talk about Israeli-Palestine, and we're going to talk about some of the, I guess, funny takes and funny altercations that it has caused among the American punditry and British punditry, and I guess global punditry. We are part of the global punditry.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm coining that. That's mine. Shotgun. So copyright law, I think according to copyright law, global pundits like us gonna weigh in on other global pundits. And so we're gonna basically talk about the coverage of the Palestinian-Israeli, and maybe talk a bit about the geopolitical ramification, which itself gonna lead us into I don't know if you've heard, there is a couple of interesting developments in my favorite part of the world, East Africa, Ethiopia. I have a soft spot for Ethiopia, and there is some ramblings of war or something like that there. So and UK, we're going to talk about UK. As I mentioned earlier, a couple of people are out, a couple of old buddies are back in, and what else? Oh, but before all of that, we're gonna, not before all of that in terms of our lineup, but just for our intro. Camille, are you gonna announce, or
What?
I mean, Jill Stein announced.
Oh,
Come on, man, you gotta announce your presidency at this point.
I'm
Camille,
running. I'm
this
running.
is okay. Thank you. Okay, I am Sam, campaign manager for now
Okay,
until
you're
for
fired.
some. God damn it! I knew it. I knew it. I'm gonna get fired. Let me. I had PTSD though. It was
Oh,
because of PTSD. He
oh.
didn't. I quit. He didn't fire me.
Yeah, does
I
anybody know that she's running? I mean,
I think she's told her friends and family members.
okay, okay.
So this is as far as we go. Bri is part of the friends group. But yeah, so we've decided Camille is going to run as the only way that our channel might grow, because everybody seems to be running. Jenk is running, Cornel is running, Jill's running.
Are any of those people actually
Hassan
still
is
running
running.
or no? Is Jenk
They're
still
running.
running?
Yeah, all the people I mentioned are actually running. Jenk is coming on the hill talking as if he's got like Biden needs to drop out. You need to drop out, you asshole. You're not even eligible to run, goddammit.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I don't know if
But
you mentioned the Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro infighting. Some interesting infighting has come out as a result of this
yeah,
crisis.
Israeli is, I mean, yeah, I mean, it shows who's in the pocket of who, I suppose. And you can tell Ben Shapiro stuff. It's an interesting one, but it will be
And
interesting how it will be resolved, I suppose. That's the...
I have a video for you which we'll be watching, which is on my favorite topic. So the Vanguard boys had
Glenn
Glenn
Greenwald.
Greenwald on.
That's your
And
favorite.
no, but I love Glenn's take, I mean, on RFK and Cornel West, and I love it because I agree 100% with it. So that's why
Oh, Cornel,
I
I know his take on RFK, but I don't know his
no,
take
even
on.
Cornel too. He's no, it's really funny with Cornel because
Yeah.
he's Glenn and he's like respectful. He's like, I always thought he was like this and that and all this, but I mean now I'll show it to you. Like he like walks you through his emotions and timeline.
Yeah.
And it's like, but now I mean switching first, he started here. Like honestly, he kind of I feel like says what I say just in like a more polite and respectful way, which is like, does this guy have a
Problem.
brain or is there nothing up there?
And this is all about something else. I mean, we'll watch the Jill Stein interview. I think that's clear some things up as well. So I think, yeah. I don't know. Yes, yeah. What shall we say? How are the Vanguard boys? I haven't seen them for a while.
They're the same. They don't change.
I got them. Is that they are such cliches, I gotta say. Having Muhammad Ali Clay posters and
Yeah, no,
that
they
one as
are.
I read.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So I mean, how old are you? I mean, I know you're younger than me, but come on.
No, I kind of feel like now they're stuck in time. Maybe a lot of people are. Maybe us
Oh,
too. But like their
most
channel
people.
is stuck in time. Everything is stuck in 2020.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm
Candace's
stuck in
pod.
time, but like in 14th century or something. They were growing and then
Yeah.
anyways. No, I just thought I'd get you an update on the boys.
Yeah, no. But we'll watch this. This is funny. I've found
Ja-
this right place.
Oh, shall we do this right now?
No. I'm just saying
Oh, sorry.
I won't need to look for it.
Well, I would say just as a tease before we jump into Palestine, I mean, the right-wing take on Palestinian-Israeli thing. So that putting that aside, which is idiotic, just the so-called left-wing people are so funny, man. They're just beyond hilarity. I mean, I think the caps lock button has been used more in this past month than it has ever been used. Anyway, sorry.
And I should mention our friend Norman is really, I feel like he's about to become a Hollywood
Yeah,
celebrity at this.
I know, right?
He's the next Batman. They
Man,
decide to
can you
cast
email
him.
him again? Tell him, can you come on the show again, please?
Based on
No,
his
yeah,
popular, I mean, his own channel, like it went from like 1,000 to 28 with like 2 videos to 28,000. He's everywhere now. I mean, he goes on Bri's show. I think he's giving her like some of the best views. I'm pretty sure actually her best views. We'll check that
yeah,
after.
yeah. He
He
got. He's the
Candace,
only
he's going everywhere.
person who's got 2 uploads, it
Yeah.
seems. But I can't wait for him to appear on Joe Rogan. That's gonna be the
Man,
It's
at
gonna be
this
the key
rate,
performance.
listen, the
He
Joe
can do it,
Rogan
man.
of 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago might have invited him because he was like much more like, like, I don't know,
Flexible.
kind of curious or like, okay, this guy knows the thing, no, I looked into it, he's good. I don't know. Now I doubt it.
Why? Because of influence of bad friends and pro
I don't
Israeli
know.
law.
I don't
I
know.
I mean he had Ben Burgess on like a year ago or something. I mean, not that it's
Yeah.
the same. I'm just saying,
But man, it could happen. I mean, honestly, give it 50-50. Maybe if it drags on a bit longer.
I swear to God, if Norm doesn't mention us on Joe Rogan, I don't know, I'll send hate mail or something. He needs to tell him about
Oh.
one of the early podcasts on Gaza, about Gaza Strip road to Norman. Use this expertise. That's all I care about. So I hope he gets on Joe.
Yeah,
So
I mean, he honestly might, man. I mean, like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping. Just a couple of more steps. He needs to, I think, before you go on Joe, you need to get on, what's his name? PBD and Lex Friedman. Those two, they are like the gatekeepers to Joe Rogan or
oh,
something.
I'm so glad I haven't seen Lex Friedman's stupid face
Jesus Christ.
in a long time, actually. Is he deep thinking about
Yeah,
something
fine.
somewhere? He's like, so Israel-Palestine, the Middle East, right? And that's in Asia. That's interesting.
Asian food. Maybe this is something we can
Yeah.
commonly work towards. Asian food. No, it's yeah, man. I'm so happy finally he's off of my algorithm. I'm getting a lot of bullshit like CNN and stuff, but
This is
thank
better.
God it's better. It's better. I swear to God, it's much better.
Than this guy
Shut-
thinking deeply for no reason.
No, no.
Just pick your food. You're at a restaurant, okay? It's a menu. No need
I
to
heard
contemplate.
no, it's just he's
You want
opening
fries or
his
not with your
his
burger?
his condescension in the opening of every interview. I urge you, this is a place for open minds. Have open mind. Oh, shut the fuck up. Just I'll have your stomach open if I'm sorry, but God damn it. We really need to bring back aristocracy and just killing me.
But
He
yeah,
does MMA or something. I shouldn't be
no.
threatening. No, he apparently he does. He's
Yeah,
been
no, he's a
grappling
trainer.
with Mark Zuckerberg, another monster.
Well, I don't know if you heard, Mark Zuckerberg is injured now. So this is the
Oh,
good
is
time if
he
you want to go
attack
sneak attack.
Mark? How did he get injured? Do you know?
I think grappling or something. He hurt his knee. I'm like, buddy, you're 40. You don't need to train 3 times a day. Okay.
Is that, by the way, that's the thing? Is you get older, should you train more or should you train less?
No, it's not only the age and stuff, but yeah, I mean, sports, they can quickly go from being something good if you do it too much to then just
really?
leading to injuries and all that. So I think it's kind of, I mean, listen, you can go work out once and get injured, but if a normal
Sure.
person
I
starts
know.
working out suddenly 5 or 6 times a week, let alone like a couple times a day, you're gonna get your body had not signed up for this.
Okay, guys, we weren't ready.
Yeah.
We're ready
We've
for
been
this
chilling
level
for
of
35 years. No, I can't go climb Mount Everest right now. No. You should have thought of that when you were 14.
Well, they don't tell you this shit when you're 14. So, yeah, that's fair enough.
Now it might be too late to become a
World
marathon
champion
runner.
karate.
Yeah. Alrighty, Sam, let's resume the show. So guide me through here. Let me know when to play, pause, break down the situation for you, give you historical information, whatever you want.
Give me historical information
On
right
what?
now.
On what?
On Israel. Israel military tactics in Gaza. Couldn't be more specific than that. Come on, do it now.
It's a bit too deep and complex to actually get into it.
The connection is breaking. No, to be honest, let's start with a sort of a bit of a. Since last time there has been a lot of progress since we talked last time. Israel has bombed a lot more places, so that's a lot of progress. And a lot of, I mean, seriously, there is literally like no real update except Israel continues to bomb, and they continue to sort of, very just tip their toes into Gaza and come back quickly before anybody gets hurt. Like, so, I've never seen a military this pathetic, to be honest. Bunch of fucking pussies.
No, man,
I
that's
don't know how else to put
wise
it.
though. At least.
I know. Wise, sure, but that's not, military is not about, saving lives. Military is about, military targets and achieving military goals. But at any rate, so what has been somewhat controversial, I mean, it has been the whole bombing of Gazans to, oblivion. But besides that, has been the claim by the Israelis that Al-Shafa hospital is a base for Hamas, and Hamas and the hospital deny that. But then Israelis, a couple of days ago, they finally went into the hospital and they showed the world what they described as evidence. Some of those evidence turned out to be, not evidence. I mean, one that is Camille just showing is that the spokesperson for IDF military is showing right now what he claims to be the shifts for guarding the hostages or Hamas sort of rotation, something. It turns out it's days of the week. But this is just beyond ridiculous. Like, they live next to Arabs. Do they not know like days of the week? In like, I mean, if you lived like in a, you see it around. I just assume they know. Then there is the other video with the other spokesperson who goes into the MRI room, and it starts with, guys, this is not going to be an edited video. And then suddenly you have a big cut, and then, yeah, a cut to an MRI room. So it's been ridiculous beyond belief, truly beyond belief. As in, I don't know who they think they're fooling with this, but
yeah, you made a good point
good luck.
earlier on off camera, I think, which is like, yeah, maybe if you start getting away with like such lazy propaganda that you just get lazier and lazier, and then you just like,
Exactly.
you
I mean,
just
don't
you're like,
share what
that's a murderer. You're like, that fridge, yeah, trust me, that fridge is a murderer. Okay.
Man, yeah. I mean, if you look at cults, for cults, all like, if people believe you can get away with shit, like, and Israel has been getting with shit, but stop sharing what I'm telling you off screen with the people. Okay, those are secret, esoteric knowledge I am sharing with you. They don't need to know this.
But this France 24 video is kind of funny because France 24 tries to be like so respectful and serious in the background research that they do here. I'm like, as you said, any Arabic speaker can say they're like, no, but we had to go the extra mile, and we got some.
But yeah, we looked at different dialects. Yeah. Even in different dialects, they spell Saturday the same.
No, exactly.
So look at this: English, Arabic, French, Japanese. Yes, it's in all of them is days of the week. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's kind of funny how, but hey, they gotta.
They did a fact check. I guess that's nice.
Yeah. Should I play a second of it or no? Or do you want to go to another video?
No, I feel, yeah, please.
Yeah, just kind of find like a minute how seriously.
Yes, Alana, that's right. Israel's defense forces this week claimed to have discovered Hamas's weaponries and command centers underneath Gaza's hospitals. Now, they made these claims on their official social media accounts, which we can see here. It garnered over 7.7 million views there. And here it said that underneath the Al-Rantisi Children's Hospital, the IDF found multiple instances of arms and technology and assets that proved that Hamas was using the hospital to hide, operate and hold Israeli hostages. Now, they also claim to have found a full list of the names of people involved. So let's take a look at what the IDF themselves posted online.
This list, in Arabic, this list says we are in an operation. The operation against Israel started in the 7th of October. This is a Guardian list where
we are in operation.
I mean, operation against Israel. Like, do you think, by the way, Hebrew, from what I understand, Hebrew is pretty close to Arabic. I don't know if they use the same script, but like, if you, like, can't you see there is no Israel written there? What they're talking about? I mean, this is their top general, man. By the way, this is another reason why I think they lie this like idiotically, is because when you become fat and comfortable, like a society, I mean, like when it's you live in comfort, it's the top people don't reach the top. It all becomes based on connection, who knows what, who can kiss ass better than the next one. Because I can't believe this, he's supposed to be this Daniel Hagari guy. He's one of their top guys, I think. He's like, I can't believe this.
Too funny.
Every terrorist writes his name, and every terrorist has his own shift guarding the people that were here.
Which,
the
by
room
the way,
is just so funny. The chairs and
old
like fax machine.
Is that a fax machine? Yeah. No, but I wonder, by the way, if imagine, let's say this was real. If you go to a base of, like, that's the thing that I hate as well, because I don't care even if Hamas was in the hospital. this is their country. They have the right to be everywhere, and they have the right to defend themselves from anywhere. Like, it's like we go to like a military base in Israel, and it's like, look at this, look at this. They had lockers. They had lockers for their military base. Can you believe it? Like, yes, I can believe it. Fuck off now, will you? Like, oh, Jesus
no,
Christ.
seriously.
They had every right to launch missiles at you, land stealing pieces of shits from that hospital or anywhere else. I mean,
So as we heard ourselves there from
yeah.
the IDF's official spokesman, Daniel Hagari, the IDF does claim that this poster is in fact a list of what they call terrorist names used in a form of a rota to guard the Israeli hostages. Now, this claim spread like wildfire across the internet. I saw it on all social platforms in some format. It was even shared by the head of speechwriting for Israel's official mission to the UN, as well as multiple other accounts. So that's really the scale of how viral these claims that we're looking at are, Delano.
Vedika, it's quite a big claim to say that they found this list of names, but having translated the document, it isn't so.
No, it's not so. In fact, the document was debunked by many Arabic speakers online who found the claim to be false. So if we take a closer look at the poster itself, now here at the top, it does say Al-Aqsa flood, and there is indeed the date of the 7th of October there as well. But there are no Hamas agents' names on this sheet whatsoever. In fact, there are no names at all. The only text here that's here in Arabic, the only names here are in fact the days of the week. Now, we also saw in that video.
But honestly, I'll give the IDF should come back and say, like, it could be two things. A, some people, their names are like the month.
Or yeah, exactly. No.
Second, this could be their undercover names. So I don't know why they haven't pushed back with that. You know, like, I'll be July. You know, you be.
as you pointed out, but clearly don't know about in Iran, especially in Afghanistan. It's very common to have days of the week be your first name. Doshanbe, Shanbe, especially Jomeh sometimes. So this was the Iranian Afghanistani wing of Hamas.
Oh, okay.
They were running. This is Jomeh. I know Jomeh. Jomeh used to live on our street. I swear to God. It's like a piece of shit, Jomeh. He's always an asshole, Jomeh. I'm not surprised he's become a, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is just the most obvious one, but the whole MRI thing is also, but again, not that I care, like Hamas has every right to use any hospital to launch attacks on these land-stealing pieces of shit. If you go, I thought, by the way, I thought a lot of Americans were like, if you come to my private property, I'm allowed to shoot you. We are a country is a special private property. It's their private property. They're allowed to shoot as many thieves as I think they can. No, I don't know. Okay, if they're children, don't shoot children. Okay, that's not the.
Preferably don't shoot anyone anyway.
If they shoot at you first. Then okay, guys. It's just the idea that, oh, can you believe it? I mean, what do you like? Imagine if like Hamas is an organization and it's been constantly bombed for 40 days. What kind of a control do you think it is sort of has over its like members? Like, oh, one member with a gun went into a hospital. Okay, guys, put your guns down. We have to now surrender to Israelis. We broke our own rules. Fuck off, like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, besides that, I don't know, is there anything else like geopolitically you wanna talk about?
No. So we have these other videos. Let me know.
It seems, I mean, what do you think? My theory is pretty much Israel is over, because not in a sort of immediate sense, but in the next 20 years they have to clean it up and go. It's become a rump state at this point, I think, because I don't see how this is gonna work. Like, I mean, already 500 members of the Democratic Party are revolting. Half of the right wing are like, guys, those money we sent to those Jews, I'm not happy about it, guys. I'm not happy about it. So I don't think, and
they might have to change the strategy and become much more humble and kind of.
Man, go to the map of the world. Or maybe you can even Google map of Israel. Yeah, map of like Middle East, Israel part. because they can't. They like there is no way for Israel to exist as is. They need to expand, right?
I mean, do they really need to, or I mean,
Yeah, no, because they don't have a strategic depth, which means basically as soon as any of their neighbors becomes slightly strong, they are fucked. Because their whole country is like 20 kilometers wide. Like there is like, it's like, man, trust me, it's like the Kurdistan situation and Armenia. Like it's the same, like, you know what I mean? You need access to water and you need a certain amount of width. Otherwise,
they
you're
have the
bullshit
water
country.
though.
They have the water and that you need tooth. It's not just no. You one of the factors we are. No, you can like you can become UAE and stay UAE
Yeah,
forever, but you can't be a fake bullshit country with no bases, all immigrant type. You know what I mean? Like you can't sustain that. You can be a city state, like Tel Aviv becomes a city. So I don't know. I don't see how they can sustain this. As you can see, their country is so big. I can't even see it on the map right now. It's very hard. I know.
yeah. I mean, listen, I think like, yeah. I mean, maybe a more humble approach might be doable, but I don't know.
You think so?
Maybe I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing. It's not like I have
Yeah.
any
I
proof
mean,
of
sure.
evidence, but I'm just thinking like, if they somehow gradually chillax a bit,
You're right. They
just
have
try to
a lot
be
of
like
money.
actually go back to the whole, that would kind of mean going back to two-state, right? Kinda, in
But
a way,
after all
which
the shit
everybody
that
says it's over, but maybe lose a little bit of territory, a couple of
I
places
mean,
that you can't really just have, and then yeah, just be
okay.
happy with what you've bagged so far, and maybe
I
that's
don't.
possible. I don't know.
I mean, the only I think the option. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I think two-state solution would be a nightmare for them. To be honest, I think the best hope they have is one state, because if they create two-state solution with all the shit they've done so far, I don't think you're gonna the state of Palestine, whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be basically planning to destroy a state of Israel
Yeah,
from
that's
day
one
one.
thing. That's another
You
thing,
know
though.
what I
Like,
mean? So after the shit they've done right now, I don't know if they can. That's the thing, after like as soon as America is like, okay, guys, I'm out, it's over. Like they have nothing. Like it's over. It's like finished. So I don't know. They have money though. If they spend the next 20 years investing it aggressively,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, but you're right though. Like the post thing. Like imagine, yeah, but no, but one state though, they would. I mean, if I were them, there's no
Mm.
point in having a one state. Like, what's the point for them to have a one state? Then might as well go live in any other kind of country. I mean, it's like, what's the point?
That's what the racist Israelis say.
Yeah, which
Exactly.
I mean, it is. I mean,
Yeah, they
okay, if
have a
this is
point.
what you
They
want,
have a
it
point.
can't
Yeah.
be that though. If I mean, then might as well,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
go live somewhere else. I mean,
Exactly. That would mean it's not a Jewish state, which is
yeah,
like, okay, what was the point then? All right, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying Uganda and Madagascar, the original choices don't seem too bad right now, guys. Think about it. Think about it. I don't know. Florida seems to be very supportive of your cause. So that's
yeah.
another location they can think about. And I'm pretty sure most Americans are okay with Florida becoming an independent state. Just, please do. Please just become independent. But yeah, I mean, I don't see how this is gonna continue, this sort of, 3 centimeter to 6 centimeter nation that is just committing genocide right and left. But I'm sure they have a plan. So
I mean, listen, they're not the world's most minuscule country, but
but they are trying to be, I guess. What do you mean? Like, no, the
I mean,
thing
they're
is,
actually
it's not even
smaller
about
than
the size.
UAE. They're bigger than Kuwait.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, Kuwait, UAE, all that. I mean, come on, we'll put those aside too. But I would say Israel's biggest problem is the way it's shaped, you know? It's very thin rather than, you know, round. So that gives it much less even like a strategic depth than countries that are of similar size sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another. But good luck to all people. Erdogan is in Germany right now fighting those racists, it seems. He's Germany, they're not having any public meetings. It's all behind closed doors and all that. Yeah, it's a private dinner with Schulz. Private dinner, private lunch with the president, whoever he is. So yeah, he's the guy who's him and Iran are the only ones who are really supportive of Hamas. Oh, before, sorry, I forgot to tell you, did you see Isaac Herzog? Are you familiar with him? The president of Israel?
Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy who first was, you know, saying that, guys, they found this book, this on the soldiers. Put Isaac Herzog and Al Qaeda. He said they found this self-help Al Qaeda book on the terrorists that came to Israel and took our children hostage. And was it the Al Qaeda? Yeah. Put images. I think it's so ridiculous, man. Yeah, look at this. He said they found this on the terrorists that came to Israel. You know, because as whenever you do terrorist activity, you take, you know, it's kind of, you take a book of aphorisms by Al Qaeda. Like, you know, whenever you see an infidel, spit in the water before killing him. Okay, thank you.
Maybe you have to go back to your notes. I don't know. Okay,
maybe.
Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Hold on, okay. Kill him or not kill him? Go to page 3. I had highlighted this. Like, bullet point 2.
It's a female infidel above age 50. What is the index? God damn, books never have good index. But then he topped it with coming out and saying that they found in one of the houses in one of the refugee camps they bombed, they found put now Isaac Herzog Mein Kampf. So they found Hitler's book in, oh God, I should have sent you the video. Just put Isaac Herzog in YouTube. Put Isaac Herzog Hitler book. I don't know. Because I'm quoting now. I mean, I'm quoting right now. Isaac Herzog says, look, they found Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, in the living room for the children. I don't know what kind of a housing is like.
We are extremely agonized. We're a nation which is an optimistic nation. We're a peace-loving nation, and we strive for the inclusion of our nation in the region as such. And we have a nation that have contributed and will always contribute to the well-being of humanity. And all of a sudden, our world was shattered because many of our beliefs in the fact that we can live side by side with Palestinian neighbors were shattered. In that morning, the most horrific atrocities since World War II took place. And many of the casualties were the biggest proponents and supporters of peace ever in the history of Israel. And they were all butchered and chopped and killed and abducted and raped. And the
no evidence
amount
for
of
half
pain
of this shit,
and suffering and the horrific information that flows ever since, because Hamas had filmed it all and broadcasted it all live and also afterwards on their cameras on their bodies, is unending. You have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people supporting by their demonstrations, supporting Hamas. I want to show you something exclusive, Laura.
Exclusive.
So this is Adolf Hitler's book, translated to Arabic, Mein Kampf. It's the book that led to the Holocaust and the book that led to World War II. This is the book that led to his victory in elections in Germany, which led to the worst atrocity of humankind, which the British fought against. Well, this book was found just a few days ago in northern Gaza in a children's living room, which was turned into a military operation base of Hamas, on the body of one of the terrorists and murderers of Hamas. And he even he wrote notes, he marked and learned again and again Adolf Hitler's ideology of hating the Jews, of killing the Jews, of burning the Jews, of slaughtering the Jews.
I mean, it's too funny, man. They found it in a children's
and all
living
the
room, by
stuff
the way.
that you saying, the way before he was talking about the country, I'm like, I mean, who talks? No leader, I mean, talks that level of propaganda.
And if you like, usually to the domestic audience, they sometimes do, especially when they talk about the military. They're always, our military is the best in the world. But you're right, it's just, this is beyond ridiculous. But again, bunch of land stealing thieves. That's all they are. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, this is kind of funny.
Let's watch.
This guy did not know his audience.
Who? Oh, this one was good. Before this, though, maybe just before this, because it's Hill related. Did you see Bri and Robbie is losing it. I thought Robbie.
Yeah, no, Robbie's in a bad corner, and this story is not going away. He's like, okay, guys, it's been 5 weeks.
Yeah. By the end of segments, you can see in the segment you were gonna play with the Van Jones one. At the end, Robbie is just basically the most guys. I swear to God, I'm not paid by the Israeli. I know you think I'm an idiot, but seriously, guys, this is my opinion, guys. And I told you, I think he was putting that act on for the one of the 3 billionaires that is funding his Reason magazine. But now I'm thinking, no, he actually believes this, and that's why that billionaire.
I don't know, man. Like,
because he's that.
I mean, his strategy's just been like, no, I haven't seen this video. Bri, why are you telling me about this? It's like, well, I mean, what do you want? The segment is on this, and I'm sitting here. Like, what does he expect from Bri? Like, what does he want her to say? Like, Bri like comments on a video that they showed. He's like, yeah, I don't know why you're commenting on this. Like, okay, well, let's turn off the lights and go home then. I mean, I don't get it.
No, I think his strategy is basically Hamas is a terrorist organization, so no trust whatsoever and condemn. But Israel is a reasonable government, so we can't trust them, of course, because I'm a libertarian and I don't trust any government.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
But they're reasonable government. They are better than Hamas. And it's like, fuck you. No, Israelis are much worse. Like, that's the thing. That's and by the way, I remember the days when people left, right, everybody used to complain about this bullshit word terrorist organization, that it's meaningless, it's only confuses the topic. But now left and right are in this fucking, oh no, let's bring out our checklist. What is a terrorist organization? Okay, if you cut off the head halfway through, you're not terrorist. But if it definitely cuts through the end, then it's just, I mean, okay, good, great for your categorization, well done. Yeah, but anyway, so they had a bit of a back and forth. Robbie apologized, but Robbie's defeated, I feel like. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's waiting for him to move on from this topic, but
protesters gathered in downtown Washington, D.C. to demonstrate their support for the state of Israel after the Hamas October 7th attacks. House Speaker Hakeem Jeffries spoke at the rally. Let's listen in.
The Jewish people was systematically murdered by the Nazi regime. The Jewish people were violently attacked by Hamas on October 7th, resulting in the largest loss of Jewish life in a single day since the Holocaust. So we are here, more than 100,000 people strong, to unequivocally declare never again. Never again.
Activist and liberal commentator Van Jones also spoke at the rally, but some controversy emerged from his speech. He was met with boos when he called for an end to bombing in the region. Let's listen.
I'm a peace guy. I pray for peace. No more rockets from Gaza and no more bombs falling down on the people of Gaza. God protect the children. God protect children. Let's end all the horror and all the heartbreak in the Holy Land. Let's end all of it. Let's end all of it. But I'll be honest in closing. When I think about what's happening over there, I don't feel powerful to do something about what's happening over there. What I do feel powerful is to maybe do something about what's happening here.
Fellow commentator
Do
Mark
you
Lamont.
really?
Hey, buddy.
I don't know, man.
Read the room.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I find these people to be more waste of time and breath than, to be honest,
Oh yeah, for
people who
sure.
support Israel.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying he's
No,
an
no, I
idiot.
thought I thought you were poor, sort of being a bit sympathetic to him, as in poor
No,
guy,
he's
sort of
no, I
more
mean
as
he's
in,
an
okay, I
idiot.
got it,
It's
I
not
got it,
like
yeah, yeah, I got it now, I got it now.
wisen up.
Yeah, just parasites, a true parasite. Van Jones is one of the, like, you know, he has that website. He used to have Mother Jones. I don't know if he still has. True parasite. But yeah, I stop the bombings from both sides.
No shit.
Oh, goddamn. Oh,
But you know
man,
what I
but
hate the
yeah.
most though about all of this is when they say like, when can there be peace in the Middle East? Or you know, I just hate when they turn the
Then they're
Israel-Palestine
I know,
conflict to
into
like
a Middle
to
East
the
thing.
whole Middle East thing, you know. It's kind of like
I
you
know.
pick, I don't know.
When can there be
Too
peace in? No, come here.
small.
Let's do something. When can there be peace in Europe? When can there be peace in Europe? You
Exactly.
know, after World War II, we had the whole, you know, Hungarian thing with the Soviets, and then, you know, later on we have Belarusian, Polish uprising, and then Italian reign of terror. We have that, and then, you know, we come to 80s, fall, Soviet Union collapse of that. That's awful, and
I
a
mean,
lot of
the
wars.
only time I think the
Tito
whole war in Middle East would make sense is if, like, you calling it that, is if Iran, Saudi, and Turkey, or like at least two of them, are fighting. I mean, only then fine, you can make it seem like it's a whole regional thing. Even at the height of, you know, the Iraq war, saying that, I thought it was still pushing it. Just was given the number of countries involved and how big they are, you know? It's kind of like if you pick two little European countries and they go to war and then like, oh, there's war in Europe. No, when Germany and France are attacking each other, then call me.
I would say when ISIS was, you know, sort of doing a we had Syria war going on there, we had Iraq war going on, and we had the Yemeni conflict. So that one was a bit more true. But yeah, you're right. They weren't talking about it then. The height of this bullshit was when America attacked Iraq. Come here. You keep mistaking, thinking when we talk about the world or globe, we are talking about the world or globe. We're talking about America. If America is fighting in Middle East, why is there never peace in Middle East? If they're fighting in Vietnam, why is there no peace in East Asia? It's about that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
any part of this you want to play or no? Of their commentary?
No, not like that, because I mean you have to watch quite a bit of it. But okay, so maybe before we wrap up though, on this segment, there's this. But the actual, I don't know.
Man, I've seen some funny shit. Before getting into this, I've seen some funny shit though. Some people on the left are bringing international expert, because as we all know, international law has been so in effect for the last 50 years. You know, everybody has been respecting international law, so they bring it in, and the international lawyer is like, yeah, what Israel is doing is wrong. And they're like, oh, really? According to which clause? According to clause 2 of the Geneva Convention, it is wrong. Okay. Oh my God, thank you. So that's one part. Then there is another part, which is they bring in an Arab or a historian, and he's like, yes, they've been beating the shit out of us for the last 100 years. Did you know? Everybody hates them except America. Usually some Arab with some, like, you know, who's been fucked up somehow, you know, by Israelis. So, you know, that's been that. And then the right is, you know, they're just like, kill all the Palestinians. That's fine by us. So.
Well, some on the right, because
Candace
Owens and Tucker, we'll see right here. Let me just play a bit. So pretty much what happened is that I think Ben Shapiro was talking at some kind of, you know, I mean, they don't show the clip here. It's some kind of like
yacht. I don't know what was that. Was he in a yacht or something? He seemed to be
I don't know what he is. Let's say some kind of like, I guess it's some kind of charity or like fundraising kind of thing. And they ask him about Candace Owens, and he says that she's, you know, she's disgraceful.
She's a disgrace.
Yeah, she's a
she works
disgrace.
for my company, but she's a disgrace because she's anti-Israeli sort of bombing, indiscriminate bombing of Gaza.
So that's what you.
Oh man, I was licking my chops, I guess, waiting for Candace's response. Counterpoints did a good job covering yesterday. Ben Shapiro on video calling Candace's position on Israel, quote, disgraceful. Candace now appearing with Tucker Carlson in on his X show, I guess you should say, yesterday, responding directly to Ben. Here's what she had to say.
Quote, absolutely disgraceful, particularly a coworker. Seems like a pretty big step. What? And I really don't know the background here. What is that about?
You know, there isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we disagree, or I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't respond to it on a level of intellect because there's nothing that he has expressed in that, at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks. Yes. I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed. So I think that the video speaks more to Ben's character than it speaks to mine.
Has he texted you to apologize or explain or anything?
No. What tends to happen is, of course, we all have elements of selfishness within us. And so when it particularly pertains to an issue that impacts you, I was strongly speaking out against Black Lives Matter as an organization very early on as a conservative because I understood what the implications were going to be of defunding the police.
Right.
It was an issue that was important to me. I created an entire documentary to talk about this issue.
Yes.
Man, but I must say, I enjoyed the
How was that
infighting.
related to?
Yeah, and forget about that. But I'm enjoying this infighting. It all started with really way before the conflict, which started off with Max Blumenthal and RFK. And it keeps on coming up and it keeps on, breaking partnerships or other way people who liked each other. So I really enjoy that. Or now Glenn saying stuff that people didn't think he was gonna say or they're gonna hear and all this. So I'm enjoying that.
All right, but I don't know. I mean, the Ben Shapiro hair thing is just the financial thing, so I'm not. But RFK Max thing was really good because those idiots really he's the anti-establishment.
Yeah, no, that hit the spot.
That's
that
funny. That really hit
that
the
one
spot.
was really good.
That one was amazing.
And it was even before all of this.
Yeah, exactly. That RFK was just like the first day. Yeah, I love Israel. So it was over. So that was that. But no, but RFK was much more funny because he, and the idiots were, the COVID, the Wi-Fi, COVID. But so no, that wouldn't really, but this one, I mean, they're all in it for the money. All you now know is that Ben Shapiro is paid by the Israeli lobby. Candace Owens hasn't been paid and soon to be paid by the Israeli. She's on the list now. So yeah, that's about it. Like there is nothing much fun, I feel like. I would have guessed this, I think.
Yeah, that's good. It's good though. It's good.
Yeah, it's still better than nothing. I think taking money from somehow comes between you and God. By all means, quit. It's what? So, what is this? I haven't read this. So Ben Shapiro says, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. This seems to be in the response to you have been acting unprofessional. That is what Candace Owens has written. You have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks now, and we have all had to sit back and allow it, and have all tried to exercise exceeding understanding for your raw emotions. But you cross a certain line when you come for scripture and read yourself into it. I will not tolerate it. Ben Shapiro is trying to get rid of her, I guess.
Yeah.
She's not worth an Israeli backer, for sure. What's going on? Why are they... What is this with the scripture? How did this Bible come into this? Why are they fighting over who gets to quote God? Everybody gets to quote God. It's God, okay? Everybody has, that's one thing that is not copyrighted, okay? But it's God. Anyway, do you have any more insights on this? What is going on?
No, unfortunately not. But good developments, fun
Why do you
development at
like
least.
this? Don't
Huh?
like this nonsense. I save my likes for Michael Segru videos and you just throw them out like candy. Oh man. Sager has been smart though. I gotta say, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised because he's like has that Indian background and he went to India to marry. He's not, fully disconnected. And as you know, Indians are still the only people defending Israel. He's right wing. So I would have imagined he would go all in for Israel, but he's been very careful. He's much more careful than Robbie, no?
Yeah, but it's not that hard though, because with this time around, there's a window. Even if you're right wing, there's a window, and there are others who are also just like you, like kind of not fully supporting the Israeli side, Piers Morgan, others. So, I mean,
yeah, there's more space this time around.
Yeah,
sure.
So yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I'm saying he's smart for using that as space compared to Robbie, who decides to keep not using that as space. Right now, Piers Morgan is sort of giving everybody the space. Guys, come here. Come here. We can talk shit about Israel and be right wing together. How much money they get every year? Oh, how much money? Oh, no, say it again.
Alrighty, Sam, let's get going. What is that? You bought a bottle Coke. Look at you. Wow. That's very nice.
Yeah.
You rarely see someone drinking those at home in their house. I don't know why. Nobody buys one.
Because they're expensive and nobody should buy one. But my parents sometimes insist us buying them because boomer generation, man, comfort is over money. Nobody would buy this shit.
But man, to me, it makes a big difference. I mean, I don't drink Coke, right? But like with other drinks, like how a bottle of beer looks and all that, like psychologically, it puts a big effect on how much I enjoy it or not. So I mean, I kind of understand.
In public. In public.
No, at home too. At home too.
At home alone, no.
I don't know. I mean, but there is something. I guess the container does affect the taste, though, right?
It does seem to. I mean, I was one of those people who. Apologies for the I was one of those people whom I'm very dismissive of people who are like, oh, I know a difference between Coke and Pepsi, and I'm very like, oh, you fuck off, you don't like. Let's do scientific test. Let's close his eyes right now. But it does seem I've recently come to conclusion that glass and metal plates, for example, it does seem to have a slight different taste from China, or wooden plates, that type of thing. It does seem to have an effect on food and drinks. Maybe it's bullshit. I don't know.
No. I mean, it does have an impact. I mean, for sure. I mean, there's some chemistry involved, I'm sure. I can't unpack it or explain it, but
I know I know McDonald's Coke is apparently the best because they deliver them in steel containers to McDonald's especially, and like it must have some effect, I guess.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not hooked on Coke. I just never drank it.
You should be.
Or
No,
pop or at all. Like it's really not my thing.
Pop?
Like any kind of, it's not that I just don't like Coke. I don't like any of them. Mountain Dew was the one I kind of liked when I was like younger at one point.
I tried that because of you guys, and that and cigarettes. You guys are at fault for that. Wanted to be cool like you, but Coca-Cola is genuinely the most delicious thing in the world, probably. I think it is. I mean, it's not my favorite food, but it's genuinely like when you're thirsty, or like when you're sick even, man. Sometimes doctors give. It's just that.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Like I know, like people like enjoy like drinking. Like I was watching this video, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I just sat back and drank a Coke while I watched TV." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
extra enjoyment.
Look, as you know, we have a slight genetic disposition, as in genetic liking towards alcohol. So what puts Coke for me next level, as I've told you many times, I think is wine and Coke, man. Wine and Coke is my drink, is my ultimate, like, I love it. And thank you for those Portuguese and Spanish people who introduced me to this in Brighton. Thank you so much. It's been a life changer, truly. It has destroyed my stomach and intestines, but it's worth it. Fully worth it.
Yeah.
Are you a fan? You've tried it, right?
I mean, I'm not that much of a stranger to it because my grandma, my dad's mom, would do that. But I don't know if I've actually tried it.
Man, your grandma was ahead of her time. She was trailblazer and an innovator of her own generation. I didn't know this.
But you know, in Switzerland, this other drink is big, and this one I really don't like, which is beer and Sprite. And you buy it at a bar.
Sprite as in soda water?
No, Sprite.
Oh, Sprite. Oh,
7-Up.
That's all right. That sounds good. I don't know. I love a Sprite, man, because of its limey. Not as much as Coke. Coke with a lime beats Sprite, but that sounds good because
it's called the panache. Sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, it's a lemonade. But like, no, you see here the picture. No? Yeah, you see here how the picture came up. Well, they're calling this a lemonade.
Stella, that's my favorite beer too. Oh my God, this is so... I mean, Guinness and Stella, but two different situations.
But this Guinness, one I'm not too big a fan. And I mean, it becomes quite weak, of course, the beer, so...
Well, for weak stomachs like mine.
But this amazing, is very, very popular and normal here to order this at the bar.
Nice, I'm going to try that tonight, bro.
Oh, they even have a brand for it.
Oh, there is a mixed... Yeah. Already mixed panache. I think it's panache.
Panache. No? It's called panache.
What does that mean? Anything because panache is written the same and it means he has a little panache of something. Have you heard that word? It comes from the book, The Guy with the Big Nose, from French, panache, flamboyant. The guy with the big nose. The French guy.
No.
Cyril something. Don't worry. But Coke and wine, but Sprite and beer sounds good too.
Yeah.
This is.
So I guess like a French Swiss thing.
My favorite drink in the world is cider.
Shandy. In English, it's called shandy.
Shandy, of course. Yeah, I like shandy.
Beer panache.
But shandy, I think, is a bit different, no?
No, it's the same thing.
I thought shandy is that summer drink, but
shandy is a beer or cider mixed with a lemon or lemon lime flavored beverage.
Right. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Man, cider, that's my drink. I love it so much. That's the best.
I haven't had one in a long time.
You never were as big of a fan, were you?
I mean, I used to like, for instance, like a Strongbow in a big like a Magner, actually. In a big beer glass with a lot of ice. That was refreshing as hell.
No, I was more of a Strongbow.
This drink was really nice.
Oh my God, Savannah? Do you remember that one?
The right one's not showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the shit. Savannah, exactly. I love that.
But before we move on, I'm a Guinness man through and through.
No, Guinness... I was gonna say that Stella or any kind of cider for noon, like morning when you wake up. But Guinness is for like 7-6 afterwards. I feel it's heavy. It makes me
so many restrictions on Guinness. You can only drink one. Two, me from morning to night. Anytime, any meal, any situation, Guinness is my favorite.
Right now. Let's go.
Yeah, like I literally love Guinness with anything, anytime. No, not yet.
I was
I'm gonna go.
Go there, fine. You are our man there. Is the Guinness? Are they telling the truth? Is the Guinness different there? I need. Should I buy the ticket or not?
I'm sure it is. I even like
that
other
hot
Guinness
sauce.
products.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, they have kind of like, so there's Guinness Stout like this, but then for
there is a
instance,
white one.
this isn't, you know, this one says extra stout, but there's some other ones that are more like a dark beer, so it's a bit different.
I thought there was a white one, but maybe I'm wrong.
But no, I think there is. But yeah, I like, okay, maybe I don't like, I've never tried the non-alcoholic one. But yeah, I like Guinness in a can at the bar. Anyway, anytime.
From teeth of a woman. Give me a Guinness.
I like it.
No, I'm more of a Guinness is good. I like it because it kind of reminds me of ale. I don't know why, but it's got that ale, like it doesn't bother my stomach as much as lager, basically.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I have lager,
well, it's not that gassy.
Exactly. I guess that's why it's similar to ale in that sense, because ale is not gassy at all. And yeah, it's much nicer to on the stomach, but it does make me heavy. Cider doesn't make me as heavy, especially fruity ciders, berry ciders. So nice. I'm basically, my taste is same as a 12-year-old teenage girls. I like fruity, sweet thing.
But look how stylish Guinness is too. It's also stylish and good looking
Psychologically,
too.
I give you this. I give you Guinness. Even alone when you're drinking Guinness, you feel like school. So good. And the harp, the classical instrument of the gods.
But yeah.
But I gotta say though, Coke, same. Red and black, man. Red and black are good.
I mean, red is my favorite color. And yeah, and I really like black, so.
Really? Red is your favorite color?
Yeah.
No, I've just never seen you wear red a lot.
Oh yeah, no, because I always only wear black. But like, you know, if like I can get like a bike or something that has like a touch of red or something like that, I'll go crazy.
I see. You go crazy. All right, guys, don't buy him and don't send anything to us in red. He'll go crazy.
But yeah.
What are we doing? Just torturing ourselves.
But anyway,
I am drinking wine. Check this out.
Yeah, you see, they do have Guinness has a normal beer out. I've never had it.
Oh, really? I've never seen this. Jesus, it's green. It's like an Irish green thing. And it's, that's lager, I guess, right? That seems like a lager.
Yeah, exactly. But I've never had them.
Oh, I think I've seen the. Oh, nah, no.
I've had this one, which is different than this one. Yeah.
How is it different?
It's more like a
darker.
It's this one, I think. It's more like a normal beer, but dark. It's not so stout. Here it says extra stout, but
is it gassier or less gassy? I guess
it's more gassy. It's because you know how there are other dark beers, but they're not stout or Guinness.
Yeah,
it's kind of more like those.
It's about the it's like a root. Is it root beer?
No, not like a root beer. It's just like a dark.
Sorry.
Beer.
Yeah,
it's like more like a dark
one of
beer.
those ones. But I don't recall the taste at all, to be honest.
Like
man, how many
in this
Guinness...
what's that movie called with Leonardo? He drinks it, the one about diamonds.
The Blood Diamond. What a great movie. I remember that movie was the first movie.
So yeah, like here where he's drinking it, this one. Although it says extra stout, but it's like becomes kind of totally different product, I find.
Really? Completely like, does it feel lighter when it goes down? I like the heaviness of Guinness, you know?
Yeah.
It feels lighter? Okay. So it's
no,
more lager,
maybe not. Yeah, it's more lager. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, you know, I would just say it's like, you know, it's Guinness is coming up a lot. But you know those other dark beers that exist, you know, every brand has it. You know, it's
usually when I had them was the local thing, you know, whenever I had a dark beer in UK.
Yeah, but I really like other kinds of dark beer too. And I mean, they all have it, even the Germans.
Where do you stand? Most ales are dark. Where do you stand on ale?
Ale is which one exactly? Like, what's a brand of an ale beer?
Brand of ale? I don't know. Poachers, something. Poachers, that's the one I drank. But ale is it doesn't have gas really. It's warm. It's served usually room temperature.
Yeah, no, surprisingly, I don't know if I've had too much. I don't like IPA. That's the only one that I know and I don't
Me
like.
neither. Me neither.
So
Me
bitter.
neither. So bitter. Okay. Hop. That IPA is the one with the hop or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, it's just like a normal beer that they make bad. I don't know what
Yeah, exactly. They add something to make it worse. Exactly. No, ale. I had dark ale usually. I never had blonde ale, I must say, and they were very fruity, and it was more like Guinness, but even less gassy.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but ale were.
Man, it's been very cold in Tehran, but dry. No rain. I'm thinking of making some mulled wine. In this weather, it really hits the spot.
Good idea.
Ale was like that. Ale in cold weather. I guess you haven't had enough to maybe form an opinion. Check this out. Can you see the color of this?
Yeah.
You see it's all red.
Yeah. Well,
it's like a very light red or something. It's like a smoky red.
But that's
almost.
not real Black Label in there. That's something else.
No. It's wine. It's wine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a wine made from a seedless sort of thing, seedless grape, and it's really good. It's very sweet, very sweet, very sweet. I don't know if you like it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of sweet wine at all.
Yeah. It's almost like port, I would say. It's that sweet, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan.
Now, what are you drinking right now? Lager?
No, no, this is a white beer.
What white beer? What's that? That's not lager?
No, I mean, I don't know what category it falls under.
Or beer? What is it? Which brand is it?
Like, okay, this is the world's most typical white beer, which I'm not a big fan of. Hoegaarden.
Hoegaarden? Oh, Hoegaarden. Okay, that's lager. That's lager.
Yeah.
Hoegaarden, I think, is lager. I'm not a fan. Yeah, but it's very popular. Everybody tells me Hoegaarden is the best.
This is a Belgian white beer.
Where do you stand on? Everybody's like Hoegaarden is one of the top brands. You know, they always go on about it.
I mean, I didn't like it when I was a kid, and I haven't when I was like 15 or 16, and I haven't tried it much since, just because I didn't like it back then. So I don't know where I would fall on it. Yeah, but you know, I like most beers. I mean, literally just maybe IPA.
Yeah.
And I used to be a big fan of Weiss beer, but I mean, Weiss beer now, that's a meal.
What's that? I don't know.
German beer.
Ah, let me see the brand, see if I've ever had it.
This was like, you must, I mean, Germany, this is what they serve.
Oh, yeah, I think I've had it in Germany.
And this is like the most famous one. And then they can have them in different colors. So they can have dark ones. And the grains are different. They're mixed with another kind of grains or something.
Oh, it's like it's a mixed sort of drink. It's not from a single like
it's wheat
barley.
Beer.
Oh, it's wheat. Oh, okay,
yeah.
So it's wheat. All right.
Yeah.
Did you try I don't know, in Switzerland, mead? Is that big? In Germany, it was huge. Mead, honey beer or honey wine, I think. But they drink it usually like beer, sort of. It's served like beer. Mead. I tried that. I didn't like it at all, personally. But
is
I
it
don't
that
think
sweet thing that's like a weak wine? I hate that shit.
Kind
of,
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I think so. I think
they drink it around Christmas time or something.
I think I'm not sure. I don't know. Man, German people, every village you go, they have their own goddamn tradition. No, 2 weeks before Christmas, they have white wine, but no red wine for one day. I don't know. But yeah, I think it was exactly as you said. It was like a weaker white wine, kind of, but sweet.
Yeah,
sweeter.
Hot or no?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, because I hate that too.
But man, since I was like 5,
mulled wine. I hate this.
Mulled. That's what I said I want to make, and it's the spot, and you were like, yeah.
I didn't know you're referring to this. I just heard the wine part. Okay.
Well, it's a hot. It's you basically wine with. Why do you hate this? It's so good. It's like wine with like citrus and cinnamon, and it's hot, and weather is cold, and it's
Yeah, I mean, you have a
Christmas
sip.
music.
Then what? I kind of turning into the people who have like I like 2 sips of Guinness, but not more.
Yeah, but that's the point though. With this, you're busy. You have a pot, and you're stirring the pot with the oranges in there.
But
and
yeah,
all
okay. Well, I
that.
mean, if you make it, I like it. Okay.
All right.
I don't like other people's.
Your version of
Yeah.
But
But anyway, let's
but
go back.
to politics. Should we? Do we have to?
Well, I mean, I have a really fun Glenn video. I mean, you're not gonna find it as fun as me, but
No, let's go to that. But before, while you go to that, I gotta tell you this. Since I was 5, I wanted to drink mead because it's the drink of like all the warriors and all that in like myths in warriors. They drink mead, especially even in Iran, angebin they call it. And but then you're like, oh my god, this is wine of honey, oh my god. And then I was served in a what do you call clay glass, like the traditional, I don't know, German something. And then I was like, what is this shit? It was so disappointing, man. It was so disappointing. Ruined my childhood.
not surprised that it is like shit.
Yeah. Always end with these type of things. You always overhype yourself.
But okay, all right.
Back to politics. Just before going to Glenn, I thought we talk about other old friends that you might not even remember. But first of all, Suella Braverman was fired from the UK cabinet following describing marches for Palestine a hate march. I think the mistake she made wasn't so much attacking the supporters of Palestine. Who gives a shit about them? She ended up attacking the police and saying that police was doing double standards between far right and far left.
To this
And
lady?
this lady. She's another one who's by the way, she's a Buddhist. For people who are like, Buddhism is a different, really Abrahamic religions are so even Buddhist right there. Her Buddhist organization has been accused of like number of sexual abuses as well, by the way, just so you know. Her husband is Jewish, but she's Buddhist. I don't know how the fuck that works, but at any rate, she accused police of double standards. That's kind of a death nail. So she was fired after that, in the UK especially. And now Rishi Sunak is in a very tough position because he has alienated the far right in the Conservative Party. Also, the courts said that he can't send refugees to Rwanda. So that's now out of, like, he can't do that for now, although he said he might change the law to be able to do that. So in light of all this, he thought he needs to bring in some new blood. So Lord David Cameron was announced to the cabinet as the new blood that will be the new foreign secretary. Did you not hear about that? Yeah,
No.
Lord David Cameron is back, baby.
I didn't even know he was in politics.
He didn't either. Until that morning, Rishi told him, "You are in politics again." He was made Lord in the morning by King Charles, our king, and then by the afternoon he was foreign secretary.
Really?
So yeah.
Wait, he's actually foreign secretary.
Yeah, he was brought in as a heavyweight to make some deals with him and friends. Leon. I'm sure they can bring back Leon Fox.
Man, that's huge, though.
I know you. I sent you this. I thought you heard about this. It's pretty big. I told in the beginning of our show, I teased it. Look who's back, baby. Yeah. Lord Cameron.
Why is there a picture with him and
like
Jeremy Clarkson?
Kind of. I've grown to like him because they were friends or buddy. I don't know. But to be honest, right? I've grown fond of him.
How long is he gonna last? 2 weeks?
I would assume no. He's a survivor. No, he's gonna last till the next year when they have the election, probably. No,
because
sure
man, he fucked up big.
He didn't fuck up. He did great.
No?
I don't know why I keep people saying that. He did great for himself.
Did he do great for himself?
Yeah. Sure. Legacy wise, no, but yeah. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, Brexit.
Because financially, it's a given. They all do good financially. So I mean, that's not like.
No. He rebranded the Conservatives, came into power with the Lib Dems, sucked them dry like a vampire. Like he was the only prime minister in history that got younger throughout his premiership.
He's a good-looking guy.
Fatter. He's a good-looking guy. And then he won the next election with an absolute majority that time. So he basically didn't need Lib Dems anymore. On the Brexit thing, yeah, I mean, that was a bad gamble. I agree, but I don't think he's as like he's a very successful politician, and even his austerity policies are they were relatively reasonable in some sense.
I mean, they were the policy of the time and the period. I mean, any prime minister, everybody pursued that for like 5 years.
Exactly. No, my point, the point I was trying to make, that compared to other people who pursued it, I think he did a relatively okay. I like George Osborne. I gotta say, he looks just like my dad. I like him. Okay. You were the treasurer at the time. But at any rate, the baby's back, man. I like it. I like this.
I mean, they're running out of people in the UK, so I mean, soon they might call you up. So
I know, I'm ready to serve the queen or the king, but I'm gonna serve.
Between some of them dying and them changing prime ministers every 2 days.
I swear, I know, right? If Suella Braverman can get into the cabinet, I'm pretty much sure I can. You know, like, she's awful. Have you seen her talk? She's the worst. She's like this is by the way, in UK, US, all of this, like, it's all people's fault though, that where we are right now, you know, like, they basically from 70s onwards, man, they decided no, politicians shouldn't be like anybody with any like persona or they should just be vessels of our will. And this is like the low rent level of politicians right now. I mean, Suella Braverman, Jesus Christ. You see her talk, it's like a mad person, you know, it's genuinely, it's like somebody from like homeless person in the streets or something. Have you ever seen anything from her?
Yeah, recently, I think I just heard her talk. I guess she was in the news for this, so yeah.
Complete loon.
But yeah.
David is back, and I like David, man. I always liked David. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he's going to be a successful foreign secretary?
Let's see. Ask me in a month or two if it gets past that.
So, ask you.
I don't know. It kind of seems like a celebrity, like, you know, call up or something. You know, you're just. I don't know.
It's definitely
it
that.
Kind of
it's
feels
definitely.
So like that. Yeah.
When do you think they're gonna bring Boris back? The new Home Secretary Boris.
Yeah, he'll be back for sure. But Boris will probably be back at the top, though.
I think so.
I don't think he needs to.
Man,
yeah.
Boris is truly smart. All the people are like, you know, everybody says time has changed. You can have like Boris is genuinely eyeing a Churchillian return, because I don't know if you know this, but Winston Churchill was defeated after World War II, but then he comes back the next term, or is it after that? I forget. So that would be like that. He would basically become his own hero. That would be amazing to see.
That's interesting. Okay, and then let's just go to Ethiopia. I guess you've been.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just want to mention that in Ethiopia there is rumblings of a new war because what's his name? You know, Muhammad Abiy.
Yeah.
He's apparently gathering forces. And go to the world map, and this map, or the map is there is good too. But as you can see, I think this is, by the way, all of these are signs of end of American sort of hegemony and all that, thankfully. So, what up, Jesus? So basically, the map is, what a map. Anyway, can you see Ethiopia basically?
I'm trying to find it.
Go up.
Oh, true,
here.
sorry.
Yeah. All right. As you can see, the way after sort of World War I, World War II, European blah blah blah, just like, you know, how Israel is created, Israel and Lebanon are created, so sort of Syria or Arabs, basically, they don't have access, like good access to Mediterranean Sea. Ethiopia, as you can see, is, you know, there is all these bullshit countries created around it, Eritrea, all
But
this
Eritrea,
stuff.
I think itself, it gave it up, no? Or
yeah, well, there was a civil war. There was a very, very long war. They didn't want to give it up. Now, there is a port apparently in Eritrea that has not been used for many decades. And Ethiopia is saying we need, and I think Mohamed Abiy is right. The natural borders of Ethiopia are the sea. It's like, I mean, this bullshit. You see what I mean about you need, countries are, of course, everything is a social construct, but even a social construct needs some basis, some material.
Oh yeah,
basis.
I mean, you need access
You know
to
what
water,
I mean?
preferably. I mean,
with a country of 120 million people, of course you do.
Unless you're Switzerland. Well, here
it's not a country. Again, American colony, really. Same with rest of Europe. So it's just, I mean, all again, like, I'm not like Croatia, all these bullshit countries, man. If there wasn't grace of America, they wouldn't even exist. So right now, everybody, it seems, are feeling America is sort of, you know, the grip is loosening. So everybody's out to sort of, it seems, to get their fair share. China with Taiwan, Russia with Ukraine, Ethiopia here, Middle East, Arabs are rising up. I don't know. Interesting times.
Perhaps.
I thought I let you know. No, it's probably gonna end up I'll get defeated somehow. But just say.
And Biden went to see Xi.
Xi went to see Biden in San Francisco. I mean, I don't know what was the situation, because as we discussed in previous episodes, San Francisco is a hellhole.
Yeah.
Homeless people are attacking. But Biden was brave enough to meet Xi in a war zone called San Francisco, and apparently they're trying to make up. You know, election time is getting closer in the US, so Biden is like,
man, this election is too funny. This election kind of reminds me of, hear me out for a second, like it. Sure. In boxing and things like that, there's some fights that they call kind of like mandatory, and you just have to do it because, okay, it's like, let's say there's like a really good fight that you want to happen, but for some reason, because of contracts and all this, like the champion or whatever has to fight this other guy, and nobody like wants this fight or something, but you kind of have to do it, and then you move on to the real thing. And I really feel like this election in the US is like just kind of something you have to go through. Not that the other ones will have a different impact or will be fun, but only because like the Democrats, no matter what, are going to put Biden. The Republicans, Trump has it. Like there's nothing. It just feels like such a, I don't know. I kind of think the next election is going to be really interesting and fun, and new characters will emerge, and we don't know who's going to emerge, at least among the Democrats and Republicans. But this time it just feels like such a, like, okay, we have to get through this one, and then the next one is going to be a real fun one. Do you get that impression at all? Does that make any sense?
I sympathize and agree with you largely, and but my feeling is that is the primary section of this election. And hopefully when Biden, Trump, and God willing, RFK will continue in the, you know, in the final stage, that part might get a bit more fun.
But they're gonna RFK, even though I'm surprised, I do believe he has genuine, decent like support, even outside of internet, perhaps now. But Biden is also so old. He can max put on 1 or 2 games with Donald Trump. Like he just can't. He's just so old and fragile.
That's the thing, though. We are hoping for, you know, incidents that could, you know, bring laughter and joy all over the world, such as shaking hands with the air, maybe, you know, looking for a dead person that has died for a decade or something in the crowd, saying, "Where is Jackie? Where is Jackie?" So this is the type of thing we can look forward to. But yeah, next election, I don't know, man.
Next one will be fun. I think next one,
But
like
then
a new
again,
Republican will have to arise.
sure.
A new
And then
Democrat, someone in Democratic Party, they'll be like, okay, guys,
but they need-
somebody needs to step up now. Like, come on. Like, Hillary, we can't. Biden is
But-
literally dead. One of you guys, come on. Any of you, can you just show some fucking competence?
Have you seen the new people though? They are so boring.
That's the
Pete
thing. One of them needs to
Buttigieg,
keep. One of them
Gavin
needs to step
Newsom.
up.
They need to. Yeah.
They need to
I
find
get-
someone somewhere, or bring
They
back
need to
Obama
find-
at least. I don't know, man.
No. It's too. No, he's not.
At
funny
least his
even.
popularity is good. Then you can really match him up. Man, Obama Trump, that would be a good race.
That would be a good race. Oh man, that would be so fun. That's a good race. But at the same time, I don't know. Obama is boring, man. I want somebody.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, listen, he can move, he can talk. Get him against Trump. That would be a good one. That's what
for
I would go.
Democrats, that would be good, but not for us as viewers. I feel we
Why
are
not?
cheated.
No.
I feel Biden is funny. At least once in a while he trips over or something.
Yeah, but Trump is just he pushes so much.
Ah,
And like
no,
Obama can
I'm
talk
sorry.
and act. I
Obama
don't
is
know.
gonna be so shit, man. He's gonna be like killing, murdering children. Nobody cares. But then he wears the wrong tie that day, and oh my god, did you believe he disrespected our tie industry?
Yeah,
oh,
that's annoying. But
I know.
still, I think it could make a good fight.
It would be a good fight. I want to see them actually fight in a cage. Trump and Obama. I would love to see Trump beat the shit out of Obama. That would be one of the funnest things in the world to see. But I don't think that's happening.
Trump was at the last UFC again. I love it. He's so funny.
Really?
He goes all
How
the
does he
time.
have the time? He's got
And
like
he's so
17
funny, and like the
portraits.
people he's working with, and and he just has such a good time.
Who's that? Is that Kid Rock?
Yeah, he fucking came with Kid Rock. Kid Rock, he walks, you see him walking. He's just so funny the way. Oh, look, there was even Tucker. I didn't realize. He's like walking through as if he's like making entrance to fight. He just had a drinking Kid Rock next to him. Kid Rock's job was just a drink next to him. And people went crazy, of course, and Dana White loves him.
God,
and then he goes, and Dana White is so annoying.
Dana White doesn't love anyone or anything except money, I don't think. Okay. No, man, I can't wait for do you think that's possible? Can we get that going? Trump versus Obama
because
in a cage
of these
fight?
stupid rules and all this. Oh, I thought you meant the president. But wait,
cage fight.
Can't you skip an election cycle and come back?
Yeah,
no?
you can. Yeah.
That's the actual limit, right?
Yeah, consecutive. That's
the only thing, right? So someone could technically be president 2 cycles, sit out one, come back.
Don't you remember? There was they used to call for Bill, you should come back. Bill, we should bring Bill Clinton
these
back.
Democrats might get desperate enough and turn to Obama.
No, they would, but Obama is not stupid enough.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
He might be. He's ambitious.
Because he's young, though. Is he not bored?
Yeah, but bored
Does he not want the power?
Dead.
Yeah.
Doesn't
he want the fun? Maybe if they renovate his house or something, he needs to find somewhere to stay. He'll be like, okay.
Yeah. Can I make no, they should let him to make the black house. And then stay in a black house. I don't know, man. I don't think he's
he came with a proper entourage. I love it.
I know,
his
right?
Son, Kid Rock, Tucker.
Every loser from corner of the country.
The Tucker part is hilarious. Tucker here. He's such a clown. How do you eat beans?
Wow. Then his face, man. I'm listening. I swear to God, the only time I've seen this face is dogs. I've never seen anybody like Scooby-Doo. Exactly a Scooby-Doo face. God damn it. No, Trump, please, Trump, become king and immediately order everybody's execution. Please.
But okay.
This one? No, it's the same. Yeah. Chinese.
So if there's nothing else, let's just take 1 second and then come back to this Glenn and Jill video, and then we're done.
Yeah. think we. Do you have any more?
I mean, I only agreed today for this Glenn video. I mean, I know you weren't aware of this, but
I was going to talk about Ethiopia. We all have our own agendas here.
It's been a week I've been sitting on this video. I was like, let me not show it to him because then he'll say he doesn't like it or something.
Don't tell him about it. What you gonna? It's Ethiopia. Don't say anything about geopolitics. He's gonna say no.
It's okay. All right, let's come back. Alrighty, Sam. This is gonna be the last few videos we get to talk about Cornel. Enjoy it. I mean, really, at least I am. I'm kind of getting sad right now because I know. I mean, the fucker was so incompetent that can't even enjoy more fun out of him. Man. He's gonna soon. I mean, how many times are we gonna come make fun of him based on nothing? But Glenn gave us an opening here. There's a little window. So just sit tight. Nothing? You can leave if you want to go do your stuff. Come back. We'll listen to just 5 or 10 minutes here of Glenn. First, to ask Glenn about what's his name, Cornel and RFK, and they're both kind of fun, if you ask me. Because I share the opinions. That's what makes it fun.
Of course, that's always what makes any opinion. I mean, fun. What makes opinion is good is their agreement with me. What makes it fun is, I guess, could be their disagreement either. But I feel like you're being way too polite, man. It wasn't quite making fun of him for no reason. We did seem to have at least 3 or 4 reasons. I mean, unless
I had one of my most insightful remarks and analysis ever. When I talked about his ex-wives, people said I was making, what's that word, ad hominem attacks. I know, right? They were very valid attacks.
And I was the one who brought it up, but I thought no.
You changed my life that day.
Yeah, you became the wise master. I became the student. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But no, it was. I'm gonna give you 5 more million reasons very soon to make fun of him. How about that?
No way!
Would you like that?
Stop.
No, I'm not. 5 million more. But play this first, then I'll give you that 5 more million.
With on the vaccines, but he was proud about it, and he would go out and he would argue with you about it. And
I guess RFK first.
He's not the kind of guy that you would seem like is afraid to take an unpopular doing what the as it were. Like, what do you mean? The suffer even in a third as opposed to it agree on. You know, there's no.
So as you guys know, I think I had RFK Jr. on my show, and I was flirting for a little while with the possibility that he might be a net positive in terms of running as a third-party candidate or as a primary challenger to Joe Biden. It wasn't only because he was standing up and vehemently opposing the U.S. role in Ukraine, but he also, and I think this has gotten overlooked, was extremely, I would say, left-wing when it came to the question of China. He was absolutely emphatic about the blame that resides in Washington for what has happened with China. He was saying he thinks if China invades Taiwan, it will be because we provoked them into doing so. Saying things that obviously are anathema to the right. I mean, this is something he was willing to stand up and say in a way that virtually no Democrat is even willing to say, that it's our fault for being too antagonistic, for encircling them in the way that I described earlier. And that is something I think we need to hear more of. And obviously, I'm fully aware that the only reason why people pay attention to him and why his name recognition is so high is because he's a member of the Kennedy family. And the other side of that, though, is that he has spent his entire life as the most normie Democrat possible. He was a very enthusiastic supporter of Hillary Clinton. Even in 2008, when she was running against Obama, he supported Hillary Clinton. So he has spent his whole life, he's now 70 years old. He only got radicalized because of COVID. And he
Did you hear that? Oh my God.
Radicalized.
Fucking RFK.
Spent his adult life working as a environmental lawyer, admirably suing large toxic waste dumpers, large corporations on behalf of people who got sick from having chemicals in rivers. And that's what led to his interest in the capture of government by the pharmaceutical industry, by the waste dumping industry, by these kind of corporations that pollute our environment. and he got radicalized on COVID. And once you get radicalized on an issue that way, where you see that the institutions are not telling the truth, or you think they are, you're willing to reconsider a lot of other things. And even on my show, when he was singing this incredibly pro-Israel line,
Can you pause for a second?
I asked.
This is why I can't watch Glenn anymore, man. I can read Wikipedia by myself. I don't need the whole Wikipedia background. And he was born as a Kennedy. Then he became an.
No, Sam, it was relevant. No.
Jesus Christ, maybe and by the way, who is he talking to? 5 other people on the left who've been following the same shit. Now, do we need all this level of context?
We do.
I asked him, I said, you know, you keep talking about your opposition to the war in Ukraine being based on the fact that we have so many problems here at home, so many Americans suffering from drug addiction and deindustrialization, that how can we justify spending tens of billions of dollars to send to the pockets of Raytheon and Boeing and Lockheed Martin for this war in Ukraine? I said, why doesn't your rationale apply the same way to the billions of dollars that we send every year to Israel, given that a lot of Israelis have better standards of living than a lot of people in the United States in terms of the access to healthcare they have, free education. And on my show, he said, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to rethink that. Maybe it is time for us to stop sending money to Israel. And I got a little bit enthused, not just about that position, but about the fact that he was so rare, like uncharacteristic of a politician, willing in the middle of an interview to kind of admit he was wrong, maybe, or at least worthy of reconsidering his position. And then what happened was Debbie Wasserman Schultz and a bunch of other Democrats who were looking to destroy his reputation because they saw him rising in the polls seized on some recording where he kind of said something weird and creepy about some biological agents being developed to which Jewish people would be genetically immune, or Chinese people as well.
Oh yeah, that was damning for a presidential candidate, though. You got to give him that.
For sure. No, it was a creepy, weird thing to say. I mean, obviously, it was like kind of like a snippet of a recording. I don't know how much in context it was, but whatever. Politics is a dirty game, and they used it against him. And as a result of that, instead of saying, like, fuck you, this is like an unfair accusation, he decided to go way to the extremist wing of the I mean, he met with Rabbi Shmuley, who's like barely any better than Meir Kahane, who was a pro-Israel terrorist. Like, the kind of people who think Benjamin Netanyahu is left-wing. Those are the people he saw like solace with and started embracing. And then he turned around and started trying to play the game of accusing Democrats of being too soft in their support for Israel. And that just led him down paths that were, I mean, completely deranged. And when he started saying that, whatever, once you're dehumanizing Palestinians in that way, I don't really care what else you're trying to offer that's positive in a debate. I'm just not going to be on board with it. Like, I get off the train there. And I mean, Dennis Kucinich got off that train as well.
Yeah.
As did several other people. And I don't know really to whom he's now trying to appeal. Maybe he'll take more. I don't really know. I think as we, usually what happens is third party candidates have a high level of support because people don't like the two parties. But as the election approaches and they realize it's only a choice between the two parties, that support starts eroding. But he has said some utterly despicable things about the plight of Palestinians and the people in the West Bank and Gaza, and has just adopted such an extremist view of the pro-Israel position that, for me, it contaminates any other value he might otherwise have had.
Totally.
So that was a nice little appetizer. Glenn's take on RFK. I was surprised that Glenn said that one issue was enough for him to not like somebody on all other issues. I didn't think he was going to say that. I thought his brand would be more like, okay, but maybe on this other issue or something. So I found that a bit interesting that he so explicitly said that because of this, I don't care at all what RFK says on anything else.
Yeah, I guess I would say, I don't know, like racism, that type of thing is a bit hard to,
Yeah.
Like, if
he is weird about it, and
especially America.
His weirdness is also like, others who have that kind of position, they don't get too much into detail or talk about it. But RFK like to give like a history lesson.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's a fucking dumbass. He's a Kennedy, so it's not a surprise that he turned out to be an idiot. But no, I know what you mean about his weirdness. But I would say that, yeah, I think especially with America, yeah, if I don't know, man, if they're the top dog, like, like if you're a second-rate country and your president has no power over Israel or Palestine, whatever, be Just say whatever. But America, I think, yeah, it's becomes a bit of a deal breaker when the guy is a complete psycho.
Yeah.
On,
So
on
that's
an issue
good.
that, because he has power over it as well, you know, it's just not like something he wishes he had power over.
So that was fun, a little appetizer. Now let's listen what Glenn has to say about the one and only Cornel.
Sure. I'm just gonna say my audio quality might go down because my computer is about to run out of battery, so I'm gonna disconnect my thingy.
Okay.
But maybe after a little bit I'll plug it back in. So
sounds good.
Just
I've always, found him appeared before trajectories
in 2024.
I mean, I followed exactly the same trajectory as you did with Cornel West. I also had him on my show, and I've appeared before in events with him, and I've always, found him to be one of the most effective left-wing figures in the United States because he avoids state.
Can somebody please explain to me this about Nina Turner, Cornel West, even Bernie Sanders sometimes, although he did actually win some votes. What the fuck do you guys mean by effective?
He'll say, Glenn will actually explain. Wait, Glenn actually says what he means by that. But again, I mean, I think it is an exaggeration. But yeah, here's what he means by it. Hold on one second.
Or stale left-wing jargon. Even though he's in his mid-70s, he just comes off as cool and charismatic, which isn't the case for a lot of left-wing.
So yeah, Glenn says that he's like a cool-looking guy. That's kind of his thing.
That's about it. No, I'm sorry, but the effectiveness that people keep talking about, Nina Turner, Dennis Kucinich, like, oh my God, I can't believe this heavyweight of the left is now in our corner. It's like, what has he done? Like, just Ralph Nader, all these losers, all of them. I'm sorry, man, I knew it, right? I knew it. Camille doesn't like this. Next, you're gonna insult Guinness.
Don't take it too far,
okay? I'm sorry, but at least acknowledge your track record before. Like, what effectiveness? What did I'm sorry, but what did all of that brother, sister that Cornel did? What did that do?
Well, I mean, he's fucking it up. I'm sure if a team of pro were around him, he would be making more noise.
No,
now, not that would go far.
No, sorry, I meant like even when he was putting his effectiveness in towards Bernie Sanders' goals. Like, what was the effectiveness translated into? Can somebody show me 2 goddamn numbers? Because Cornel showed up in that state, 2 institutions said, okay, we're gonna.
No,
can't. Yes, it's just talk nice. I liked how is his style of talking. And I guess his style of clothing.
To be fair to Glenn, he says what he meant by that.
Yeah, fair
leaders. He speaks in a way that I think can connect to a lot of working class people, which also the left has a lot of trouble finding politicians who can do that. So I've always seen him as this kind of incredibly valuable figure on the American left. And when I had him on my show, it just reinforced that. And I was incredibly excited by the potential of a Cornel West campaign. And then suddenly, he started off with that party. What is it? The People's Party that you guys have covered.
People's Party. Yeah. Shout out to you for remembering that.
Yeah. And then, so that was not an auspicious start. And then he moved to the Green Party, which obviously makes a lot of sense because the Green Party, whatever you think of them, has a lot of infrastructure, has done a lot of the groundwork to get on ballots. If you don't get on ballots, you're basically irrelevant no matter how great you are. And now I think the latest is that he is not on the Green Party ticket anymore. So I'm left wondering how he possibly intends to get on any ballots, let alone a meaningful number of states to have any effect on the election or even be worthy of being included in the discussion. Because unfortunately, those kind of pragmatics matter. I did an interview, I think maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I remember the left got angry at me for it, but I was saying that our system is structured. It's obviously something the Republicans and the Democrats have an equal mutual interest in ensuring, that it's basically impossible for a third-party candidate to get traction. And the only way you can really do that is if you're a billionaire and you're self-funding as a third-party candidate. That was the reason, for example, Ross Perot was able to get to 20% of the vote. He probably would have even gotten higher against George Bush the first, and Bill Clinton had he not been as kind of ultimately crazy. He picked this like bizarre, insane person as his vice president, Admiral James Stockdale. So he kind of sabotaged his own candidacy.
Should have
and
taken the Governor Ventura.
You guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch that vice presidential debate. I think it was with James Stockdale and Al Gore and then Dan Quayle. And it was just one of the most bizarre things ever. But, you know, the structure is obviously created by two parties that have an interest in making it almost impossible for a third party to succeed. But at least the Green Party, and there's a lot of criticisms I think are valid that they haven't done enough work on local races and to get people in school boards and city councils and county commissions and the like. But they have done the groundwork to get on ballots. I don't understand at all why Cornel West ended up rejecting that. And a third party that doesn't have either a billionaire funding it or a third party that is a serious third party that can get on ballots just is like a vanity project, almost not worth discussing. And so it is depressing to so badly want to create a movement that can present a viable alternative to these two parties that are completely captured by the same interests, but so often find people who say they want to lead that movement who just don't want to do the work that is necessary to make it a plausible alternative. And I don't know, I did think Cornel West was serious and committed about being that, and now I'm left questioning whether he is. So
the Dr. West campaign has been a real it's been a real kick in the nuts.
That was a damning little last statement, because if Glenn wasn't being polite, all of what he just said could be summed up at, I found out that Cornel's a clown. That was like a long way of saying, I thought Cornel was like a semi-serious person. I found out he's a straight up clown. It's like, because Glenn, he was like next to Cornel, the Green Party had like such an institution next to it's like, I don't know, like the US government. He's like, you even fucked this up. I mean, the Green Party next to Cornel West looks like, you know, the world's most promising serious thing that ever existed, you know.
A bunch of people who really have it together. That's
but,
what you see.
But if anybody likes to make fun of Cornel, please just like and subscribe and write down here.
We do extra shows. We are willing to do extra shows. If there is Cornel content, we are willing.
So maybe someone needs to, I don't know, help Cornel out a bit to drag this.
No, he hasn't given up. So
that's
hopefully
good.
the adventure can Google him. Let's see what's the latest. Just
He's
before
fucking up
Stein.
too much, man.
I know he needs to control it a bit. Just go to news or I don't know. Is he covered in news? Leaves it's still 1 month ago.
They don't know what to say.
I don't know.
Something. We'll
can't leave Has he divorced anybody? No, not yet. Okay.
Come on, something.
No. But go to Jill. Jill gives us a bit of a glimpse.
I can't wait. That's very exciting.
It's not a glimpse at all. I'm exaggerating. Don't get your hopes high.
But this is really funny, man. This really shows that
Green Party.
That even Green Party is so much bigger than Cornel, because they're willing to cover it that far. But once he left, they're like, okay, listen.
I mean, I gotta say, the Green Party was like, I think the reason why he left was because he had to run in a primary or something, right?
Because they were in the Black Party. He told us. He found that the Green Party are not the Black Party.
That's what he told me. But
he was like,
I don't know if that's true.
2 weeks, I read that GREEN spells green and not black. Did you know that, Bri? Did you know? I didn't know. So,
Bri, listen, did you know they are all about environmentalism? Did you know? Look, they sent me an email, I RSVP'd, yes. I didn't read their website.
But green is not black, in case you didn't know.
No, I don't. That's what he told Bri. I'm not sure if that's the honest truth. Good, but I think.
I guess he looks cool in this picture. Glenn had a point.
No, he's got a. I told you I like the tie color thingy.
Yeah.
He's
black and white always works.
Yeah, but the old-fashioned sort of color is nice. And I mean he's okay. I've never found him particularly. It's just people talk about effectiveness and most powerful speakers and all that. And you're like, what do you mean? Like, exactly how? Just because you like something. I like a lot of authors. Nobody else likes them. You know, I'm not going to come here and say it's the most powerful voice in literal. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wait.
And I mean, next time you see someone,
You're
one divorce, okay. Two, I'll give it to you. The third one, you're really starting me down. What's going on here? Give me a good reason. Give me a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Let you.
Listen, I have a system. First divorce, it's okay. All right.
Second one,
divorce,
fine.
oral explanation. Third divorce, you have to do a written explanation, signed. Have witnesses ready. No man, 3 women don't make a mistake. You know, 3 women have said no. Just, I mean,
have
they
likes
made
to have a lot,
mistake?
and here too they've given up. They don't even write the
former, yeah.
Whoever was updating this page gave up. No, they're like, no, I can't every day log in and change this page. No.
I'll wait a couple of months, then I'll do a whole rechange of the whole. His marriage is different, his children are different, his political party is different.
The guy is like, I have to redo the whole page, except his date of birth. Nothing else stands in.
His name has changed to Cornel East now. From now we are.
So we have to make a new page, and that's a lot.
Oh, sorry, he changed it again. Cornel North now.
Jesus Christ, man.
He's amazing. But okay, but you have a soft spot for our next target. My next target, I guess. Your next
Jill
defensive
Stein is
position.
not so like delusionally random. Although I hated her video here, it was so outdated, man. Her the words and terms were so outdated. Like you need to.
But people don't know, Camille. People don't know. Corporations are controlling. Nobody knows that.
No, that's fine. You can say that, but you just have to use today's words. It's not that hard.
Media lies just. I don't know. I found the ad to be extremely, as you say, I don't know. I thought it was from 2 decades ago. I don't know what, like, how would you put it in a modern
I said 2 or 3 cycles ago. Let's just watch it a bit.
No, sure. But tell me after, how would you update it in a better?
I don't know if I would know exactly, but it's just, let's listen.
Can you hear? I can't hear.
Wall Street, first thing, that's like so 15 years ago. Now, I mean, bringing up Wall Street like this, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same thing. That's messaging 2008, 2009.
No, that's literally 2008 thing. I can't hear the videos, so.
Oh, really?
Because I think I unplugged the things. If you put the subtitles on, it's fine.
Like, look, even the picture that they're using, are these guys still in the picture?
Who did they use? Oh, yeah, these two are still in the picture, yeah. They were in the picture in 2008, too. Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell, yeah. Choice for the people, oh my God. 2-party system, Cameron. Nobody, they're gonna crush inequality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the Wall Street thing is what threw me off in the beginning. I mean, I'm not saying that's a problem. Not anymore. Problem is a problem. It's just not like hot anymore. As hot it is, you know. You have to put it differently. You have to talk about wokeness and different things. You have to talk about like today's
wokeness.
Stuff.
She can't talk. She needed to like say we're gonna crush Andrew Tate or something. She wanted to get clicks. You're right. But let's go to her interview. Let's see about her agenda. I don't remember where, but somewhere she mentions Cornel West, and it's a long video, so maybe you can jump around.
Even if this video was 9 hour long, I'll listen. If you promise me the word Cornel comes up, I'll sit tight.
Cornel, and not in positive light.
Oh, stop. Okay.
Hold in your excitement.
Let me order some food for the evening.
Yeah. Can we? Let me get a joint. I need to be high for this.
Let's go. I'll fast forward if needed.
I can't hear. So a better presidential candidate
I can hear
than the
this
alternatives, and her thoughts on third-party candidates more broadly is Dr. Jill Stein. Welcome to
I'll still put subtitles. I would like to read it at the
really
same
great
time.
to be with you both. Thank
you. Getting in a commercial for your own podcast there. I'm not going to let you get off with that.
I know I've talked to Dr. Stein so many times on bad faith that I had a brain fart. Welcome to Rising. Start by telling us, answer this question. There are a lot more left candidates in the race than we typically have, and obviously many people thought they would be voting for Cornel West as the Green Party candidate until recently.
Oh, nice.
Now they're going to be presented with this choice between, I think, two really principled leftists, Cornel West running as...
I mean, I don't think it's fair to say there are more left candidates. There needs to be, you can't just say you're a candidate. I think for next election, there needs to be some kind of like threshold. Like, it's not just about
No, shut up, Camille. You just announced. You just you forgot. We just got into this game and you're trying to make it for us harder to run.
Fair enough.
No, but I used to, you know, we used to be one of them. Everything I used to be, now I'm opposite. I hate myself so much right now because we used to make fun of the Islamic Republic that they are so dictatorial. In America, anybody can run, but in Iran, no, it's not a good thing. Not at all. No, you have to have a PhD in Iran and shit. It's good. I'm glad. Yeah. There needs to be a vetting organization. Maybe you have disagreements with the vetting organization. Put those disagreements aside, guys. We can talk about those. There has to be a vetting organization. Otherwise, anybody can show up and you'll get this.
So funny.
And yourself as the Green Party candidate, how should people decide?
Well, that is the question of the hour. Will the candidates be on the ballot? And part of what compelled me to jump into the race was in order to ensure that we will have
Did you hear that?
Fervently.
The question was, so we have two principled candidates, Cornel West and Jill Stein. Who should we go with? And Jill Stein's response was, well, I mean, it's a good question, and maybe the one who's on the ballot, so the one who's actually, you know, has an organization or, you know, bothered to sign up. Sorry, go ahead.
Seriously, at least.
Pro-worker, anti-war, climate emergency agenda that's front and center in this election and which is on the ballot across the nation. And as you may know, it's no simple matter to get on the ballot. We've done that before. And in the last race in 2016, my campaign was on the ballot for 95% of voters in 47 states and the District of Columbia. And so, you know, I really felt, having done this work for so many years, to ensure that the voices of everyday people have a fighting chance in this election and that we have ballot access. If you don't have ballot access, you may have a very powerful message, but you're not actually contesting for power, and you're not holding empire and oligarchy to account. So fundamentally, that's why I'm in the race, to ensure that we are there and on the ballot. So at the end of the day, my suspicion is that there are going to be very few candidates that are pro-worker, anti-war, and climate emergency oriented.
By the way, this is not just the shades are not being just thrown at Cornel. You know who else is being targeted, right? No. Another person who's clearly not going to be on any ballots. Of course.
No, I don't think anybody knows Cenk except us two. And I don't know.
I think the Hill has been covering him, so I think maybe Jill too. But I think she's also referring to him because she's, you know, this, like, two people who are basically, both of them have the one of them is not a citizen, another one is just I don't know, he's just a wandering clown, whatever. Anyway, so I thought she's referring to Cenk too, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think you need to even do that.
Who are offering a choice on the ballot.
So then do you think it was a mistake, a strategic mistake for Dr. West to
I don't think he knows what strategy means.
To leave the Green Party and run as an independent?
So I don't want to question his motives and his strategy. I think he does what's right for himself, and he has a huge contribution that he's already made and that he will continue to make. I think his courageous, powerful voice is very important in the election, and I'm really grateful that he is there, and I hope he stays in it as long as possible. But he basically gave up $4 million worth of ballot lines, and I did not want to see them go to waste, which is why I jumped in. We have another million to go, but we're about 80% of the way there in terms of the cost of this battle. So,
strategy and Cornel West they don't work in a sentence. If you ask ChatGPT to put them together in a sentence, it'll be like, sorry, I can't. No verb connects these two.
This is a man who lives in the moment. But did I not tell you I can give you 5 million reasons more why he's? Did you see that?
That's
what
the thing.
Idiot.
So is she saying that it costs $4 million to get him?
No, 4 million. For those the cost of getting on the ballots. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he understands these things.
I think man. I think my theory is that he was saying, we need to collect money to get on the ballots and stuff, and it's like, okay, this is for what? Ballots? Can I use it for my child support or lavish gifts?
Lavish gifts? No.
Okay, yeah. How about independence? I'm independent now.
Who uses the word lavish? I think he's the first politician in the history of mankind. I mean, just the word lavish has such a bad connotation.
No,
I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that.
I tell you who uses it. Usually the reporters reporting on you. Saying that he bought lavish gifts for his cronies.
It has an insane negative connotation.
Imagine your mom telling you, "Did you remember the lavish gift of PlayStation 2 I bought you when you were?" No, he's an amazing man. I mean, fan-wise, political-wise. But you are Jill, you think is a much more serious candidate, right?
I mean, she knows that there's no point in doing this. She's done it 10 times. But like she said, I mean, you don't want food to, when you're full, but food's going to go to waste, so you just eat it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what she meant, right? She's like, we've ordered it. Exactly. It's here. I mean, might as well.
Look, I've been on a no sugar diet for a very long time. At 8 years. But Cornel really fucked us.
Yeah.
He ordered the food and now he's gone. So, might as well, I guess. Do we have an ad from 2014 or 12? Anybody has any ads? Yeah, put that on. Put Wall Street.
Wall Street. Financial crisis.
Yeah, they're bad.
Shit. No, okay, maybe take out
Nixon is evil. Crooked Nixon. Crooked Nixon. Never liked him. He's awful man. Lied to the Congress. Damn it, where are the WMDs? Bring our troops back. Bring our sons back from Vietnam. Rambo is upset. I don't know, man. Run something. We have the balance.
I mean, I feel like she was stuck with the bill. She's like, okay, as the head of this organization.
As the nominal head of it.
I have to do something. Seriously.
Yeah,
no, I mean, good for her. She's keeping the Green Party as a whatever the hell it was. She's at least trying to be like, okay, let's not become a bigger joke. I'll run. Fuck.
She's not gonna allow Cornel to take the Green Party down with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's what she's like. Yeah, I'm gonna rescue your reputation from this man. Yeah.
She's like, I don't care if we're considered nothing, but we're not going to become less than this. That's for sure.
Yeah. And that seems to be it. You're going to finish this pizza. None of this pizza. There are people hungry in Africa with no ballot taxes, and we have 4 million ballot taxes.
Oh, seriously, man. The poor lady. Fucking Cornel.
I know,
Not
man.
only didn't he do shit, he fucked up these guys.
She's in retirement, living a happy life.
I know.
And she's forced into back. Yeah, he's fucked up. I think he's a very anti-woman person, no? 5 divorces. Now Jill Stein is in trouble
because he ever given a reason? Has anybody asked him why? I would like, maybe there is a reason.
What for? What leaving
why
the
so
Green
many
Party?
wives? No. Okay, there seem to be some pieces out there. Oh my God. Okay, there's one that goes back to 2012. New Yorker, no. Okay, he says I want to be like Jesus. But wait, I saw a different headline here. I saw a different headline here. Why Cornel West can't seem to find love and justice.
Love and justice. So yeah, it's a both. I like to point out he wants to be like Jesus. I can point out Jesus, unless you are like Dan Brown, didn't marry anyone, let alone 5 people. Assume he. I think we discussed this before. My theory was that I think because he seems to be a real Christian, he needs to get married to have sex with them.
Yeah, before he can bang them.
That's why. Yeah, and he's very horny. So
no,
he's
the bang theory. It's the only one that.
He's the only working theory.
Is the only one that makes any sense. No, seriously.
So, he's a devout Christian and an extremely horny man.
Yeah.
The only solution is marriage in this case. That's the bang theory. We should make a Wikipedia page for the bang theory. Just next to the
Wikipedia page on his wives. I don't know why there wasn't.
I told you, his last wife is Iranian. Anahita Mahdavi. Very, I mean, that's as Iranian.
2021 too. In pandemic, he got bored.
Okay, 2021.
I love the one before lasted 3 years. This one they just gave divorce. The person doing the page got fed up.
I like some of them doesn't have like any reasoning. If you know, like some of them is just like don't ask about it. Okay, he's very sensitive about it. But Zumi, should we pivot our channels towards like I've noticed the most popular thing online are betting sort of channels. Should we take bets on like how long this one will last? His average seems to be 3, right?
It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, it's lowering.
I mean, I guess he's getting older. Wants to.
Oh my God! Yeah, the 1992 one, he married and divorced her in the same year. That's why they put only 1 year. Jesus, that's.
No, I don't know what it is, but too funny, man. Too funny.
I mean, guys, don't run for presidency, otherwise your marriages will become a butt of jokes.
To all
What's
of
that?
the various persons who I would want to recognize.
Oh, that's his wife, I think, right?
So many family.
Well, I mean, as far as we know,
war, in the days of hate, in the season
Unless
of
he divorced her today.
meadows. Sounds of another explosion. Alas, I was born in the city of war, in the days of hate, in the season of dried crimson meadows.
Right. Pause. Sorry,
look at him working the angle. He's like, yeah,
I know.
Impressive. Yeah, I love it. Wow.
Best points, man. Tears in my eyes. Can you watch me on Anita? Can you watch me?
Yeah, Anita tits. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, poetry. Yes.
No, I gotta say though, I don't want to drag you into a big digression, but man, poetry that doesn't rhyme is not poetry. I'm sorry to Milton and all those guys, but this is just weighted prose. That's all.
Cornel is working his angle. Hey, look at the commitment.
Do you think he got? Yeah, I know. No, do you think he was distracted by the targets over there? They are in the same age group.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, right.
He's like, if I divorce her by 2024. Maybe the two of them within this decade, and then we'll see what 2030 brings.
No, they're already married, I think, here. So he's like, okay, Anahita, if we leave now, we can get to the registry office, and maybe we can get a quick divorce, and you look nice. Can you come? Go read your poetry and have fun with people, man. Don't involve yourself in things you are not clearly capable of doing. You know?
Oh, okay. You're making. She's like,
No, am I? Yeah. What's your number, baby?
He's like, touching is okay before marriage. That's okay. That's okay. I can both
that's
hands.
in Christianity. I'm shaking. And Anna, me and Anahita has been a little bit of a bitch recently. Did you know? Can I tell you the truth? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Contemporary philosophy.
Can you
This
talk?
is era. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. My Siri came on
It's
for a
more
second.
like a in the moment now kind of philosophy, but yeah, I guess contemporary kind of.
In the moment? What am I feeling right now?
Too funny. Why don't they have a subsection on his marriage? And
What do you mean why they don't? Because
they always ask for donation. Wikipedia. I'll donate if all the money goes into updating Cornel's West page on a daily basis. Nothing else. And having a divorce section. That's my price. Okay.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree. I contribute too. I second that motion. I contribute up to $10.
Yeah, no, this is not
adding
fair.
a marriage section to, especially
divorce
that,
only comes up twice. I controlled F this. No.
and as we are confused about the 1992 divorce.
No.
Is it the same year? Was the marriage annulled? What is the situation?
No,
we need to know. And how many of the marriages were happening in Vegas or equally? Which routes? Like, was he drunk? We need to know. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure, Jill is gonna do a slightly better job than him, it seems.
Do you think honesty, us two versus Nina Turner and Cornel, who do you think would come out on top U.S. election right now? I would, as long as we stay disciplined.
Starting right now? Starting right now, or? Yeah, still
as
we
long
beat
as
them.
we
We
stay
beat them.
disciplined and we just show up on the day, I think we can do it.
Maybe we need to add one show or something just to answer questions, but that's about it.
Because Nina will show up on election day, but I can feel like Cornel being like suddenly like you can't reach him. You call him, it goes straight to voicemail.
Oh, Cornel is
Cornel.
Cornel is the guy. Cornel is the guy who's every week he's like, yeah, let's go get breakfast together, man. Show up 7 in the morning, we go breakfast, and then we do a hike up the mountain, and he never shows up.
Yeah, and you
He's
call
that
him
guy.
on the day, and his phone's not working.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that day. Oh, yeah. You know that day my phone was in the water, and I was
my son was
on
in
the
the
mountain.
hospital.
Yeah. My third marriage fell apart, and I was marrying again. So it was, he's busy. So,
Poor Nina Turner by herself. At least
Nina's
she shows up.
She's different. Nina will show up, but slowly will alienate everybody who's there. People will slowly back off and just go away.
Nina Turner will show up, but have the least views as anybody has done on TYT. I mean, out of everybody who's been on TYT.
She did worse than Johnny Idaho, and that's he doesn't have anywhere to go. So no, but Cornel, I think you're right, pretty much done for, sadly. But hopefully,
I mean, right now he's just running for himself. Technically, he can run for the rest of his life.
Sure, no, but that's the thing. It would have been more fun if he, I guess, joined the party and then left them.
I know. How do you split from being independent? Like, what is he gonna do? Okay, I'm no longer.
I told you last time. He can run for presidency of another country. French elections are coming, so that's an option always. He can change gender. That's another.
He has 2 notable works: Race Matters, Democracy Matters. I think the next one is Why Marriage Doesn't Matter. Why divorce matters.
Divorce matters. When divorce need to be legalized and alimony reduced. Oh, is he born in Tulsa?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. My sister. Same.
And now I'm pretty sure like he didn't get like his whatever job or whatever problem he had because he probably didn't fill out the forms. I'm 100% sure. I would love to know if he actually filled out the forms. Like, okay, we'll give you this 10-year job. All you have to do is fill out the forms by
Yeah.
next year. The deadline is in 9 months. Just
Not
do
even
it.
that, man. I swear to God, they were like, okay, what is your political affiliation? And he was, green, black, independent, I don't know, Democrat. I'm out, guys. Goodbye. It's just,
They're like, wait, what? It's just a formality. Just tick the box, and the job is yours.
Why are you running? Why are you running, Cornel? No, you know why he didn't accept the job at Harvard, though? The real reason? Seriously. Should I tell you?
Lack of options at the cafeteria?
No. Well,
He
that's
wanted 3 different options per day.
No, he didn't want to, settle down in a specific point because all the wives and the child support alimony payments. He's on a run, Canyon. He's on a run. Don't you get it? He didn't want to have a PO box. If he has a PO box, he's fucked. Do you think he will come on our show for an interview?
Probably.
Yeah, he would. Still, after all this, he would definitely.
Call us brothers.
Yeah. Cousins, perhaps.
Oh, he advertises. No, okay, no, this isn't his real website. Okay, never
mind. See if the books are there.
He had a master class.
Did he?
Is he the only one who didn't make money off a master
He's
class
not
or
paying
something?
child support. No, he's not paying child support. He's been on Matrix. He's at a master class. Jesus Christ, man, get it together. Get an accountant or something.
No, he needs a team, man. I'm telling you, he needs a team.
I'm just saying, first thing he needs an accountant to sort out the outstanding legal and financial issues before running for president. Just what is the class? Ethical philosophy or some bullshit like that? Yeah.
No, how to divorce in 1 day or something.
A quick guide to marriage and divorce. He does. I can imagine Cornel does one of those shorts that you see on YouTube and Instagram, like how to divorce, guys. So you show up at the registry office immediately, and you have your birth certificate in your one hand, and you have the other thing in hand. It's signed, and it's over. It's divorce. You're
What a guy! What a guy! I love some people left comments on our thing. They were like, "Yeah, it's the duopoly and all this." Like the poor duopoly party. They were waiting to fuck him up. They just didn't reach. They were waiting definitely to stab him and get. But they were like, "Yo, this guy did not make it. He needs to."
Come on, you can do it. You're not coming? Okay, put the knife down. Put the knife down. Cornel's not coming. No, it's like Bernie was the same. And that's why people, including myself, kind of love Trump, because you remember Trump kept, when Hillary and Trump were against each other, Trump kept saying, yeah, they did what to Bernie. I should have been against Bernie. That would have been Bernie supporters, they actually like him. It's same with Bernie. Like, you don't even reach a level to become a threat. Before that, you annihilate yourself. So, it's all, duopoly is not at fault here.
Yeah, I mean that one more, but this one here definitely. They were waiting. They had 3 guys.
Yeah, they were ready. The sword, everything was ready. Cornel is coming. Oh, he's not coming? What happened? He's getting a divorce? Why? Oh, shit. Okay, all right, guys, he's getting a divorce. Let's calm it down. Let's go. Yes.
Fucking Cornel.
I gotta say, I don't know if you shared this with me. Maybe I'm insulting you, but people who wear cufflinks, man, I don't trust them.
I don't encounter too many,
Me neither, but whenever I do, I don't.
You haven't, but when you do come across one,
Then you
like the
punch them. Punch them in the face. Go for the face. It feels like such a inconvenient thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, tie even is inconvenient, but not that it's just crazy, man.
I'll tell you what's inconvenient. If you were a lord or someone in the 17th, 18th century in Europe, I think those people are the real victims. The suffering from the chairs to the wig To the
No,
those
you're
poor
referring.
bastards suffered, man. They suffered badly.
I think you're referring to Georgian era because that era was the era that where you would put bunch of white powder on your face, which was, by the way, poisonous and would end up giving you cancer.
Man, those
So yeah,
poor
that
bastards
was.
suffered.
And then yeah, you would put the wig of the that big on your head. Yeah, though that was a great
And did you
era
see their
for
chairs?
fashion.
I don't even know how those chairs.
Chairs actually was one thing was okay. What do you mean?
These
That's
90-degree chairs, all
Man,
high
I
and
liked
stuff.
that chair.
They all had
I
like
hate-
dining room tables.
Yeah, but that's a good chair. A good chair should support your back. I hate this new thing. Every chair is like flexible
Yeah,
on the
not
back.
too
What is this?
flexible, but I don't even know what to type in Google. But
Georgian
yeah, no,
chairs.
you can't just live with these kind
Put
of chairs.
Georgian chairs. No, I love you put Polish chairs. Maybe it comes up. Those are my favorite chairs.
You see, like, what were they doing to themselves?
Go to the one that is four chairs next to each other. The first one.
So wait, this one?
No. Yeah, this. Yeah. Now I used to have one of the ones the one at the left, like my left. This one, yeah. I used to have that. It was very comfortable.
Oh, I see.
Actually, this one was very comfortable.
I don't know, man. Like these ones,
Because it
like
was very
these
low.
king chairs, they don't look too comfortable at all.
Depends on the padding, I think. Very
Yeah,
much depends on the
perhaps.
padding. Yeah, that's the thing.
But anyway, they made their lives unnecessarily hard and
Yeah, oh yeah,
uncomfortable.
for sure.
Just imagine their shoes is probably like, oh my god,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Because of the high heels was fashionable then. So yeah, exactly. And man, the clothing, like there's 3 layers of
Jesus Christ.
you know. The thing is, I don't even care so much about the difficulty. Man, when you read about their hygiene habits and how often they would wash their clothes and wash themselves.
And then they made it
Disgusting.
worse.
Truly
It's like-
disgusting.
It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's just-
you can't wash yourself, you can't put clothes. Okay, let's put on more. Like, what? At least.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash myself in the same water that I just washed my underpants in. Yeah, that made it much better. Thank you. Hey, this is largely. I mean,
And then the
I
women,
gotta
the
say
things that they would do to themselves, they're like, okay, let
Oh
me
yeah,
tie
or
my
the corset.
Like,
Yeah.
let me tie my
Oh,
liver to my nose. I think that's a very good idea. That's how.
No,
well, I
it's
guess they
just
were
you-
forced.
No, they were socially forced, as in
Yeah,
it was
at
the
least.
attractive thing to do. Like now with men or women trying to achieve perfect whatever. No, it was. Have you seen? There's a movie you'd never. I know you don't read books, but I think you actually would enjoy Jane Austen.
I don't
books
read
or Jane
fiction
Austen.
books. Don't
No, it's yeah,
ruin
sure.
my
I mean,
reputation here.
yeah. Sorry, I meant novella and novels, and yeah, he doesn't bother with the childish affairs of fiction. But I think you like Jane Austen adaptations. There is one I forget the name with Kate Beckinsale. It's fantastic. I think. God damn it, I can't remember the name. But yeah, Jane Austen books, man. I think you would like them because it's all making fun of this type of thing to an extent. I mean, I think it's later than this period. but-
Perhaps they had nice armoires though. No, this looks nice.
And generally, I think the looks of the furniture
Mm.
from that era is just.
I mean, this
it's
is
just
fine. It has
amazing.
nothing to do with comfort. You don't have to sit on.
No, man. Even though, but look at all those drawers.
Oh, no,
is
they look
This can be
magnificent.
extremely useful, and I think the top is foldable. You can
Mm.
put the top up like that, or I think like
No,
that,
this is
maybe
good
from the
stuff.
back. No, they back in the days because it was this was equivalent of making a very good website. They would make a lot of good money out of it, and it was like something you would show to was the projects of today was.
But okay, all right. Let's wrap this up. Some nice stuff here. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, we'll leave everybody on this. No, Cornel. Sorry, thinking
Cornel,
of a
as
sixth
he's
wife.
attempting to bag the sixth wife right in front of the fifth one. So Anahita, here in Islam you allow multiple marriages. Is that no? Okay, no. All right, no. Why are you screaming? Okay.
Too funny. Okay, alrighty. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.